All right, we are live. I'm so excited for this. How are you, Cali?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. So for y'all who were with us last time, as you know, we did the first four Scream films. Um, and of course, that means we did the killers from those respectives. But that leaves us with two more Scream movies, the good old sequels, 5 and 6, and
The
get to go over that.
sequels.
But did you want to recap anything? I know you were saying you wanted to maybe recap.
Yeah, well, it seems like so far we've been somewhat on the same page.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, definitely for the most part, I think we we agreed. I know. Here, I'll share this tab. I know one of our
hmm
main arguments was with Charlie.
Charlie.
I definitely put him up here.
hmm
Um, I'd put Roman up here, and
hmm
I'd probably put Mrs. Loomis up here because I do like Mrs. Loomis. I think she is one of the stronger killers and a bit underrated. But um, like I said, with the kind of if we kind of disagree, then they get the middle ground there.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
We have found middle ground.
Now, a reminder, I don't know if you remember, there is the save a friend, uh, which we neither of us have used yet on either the movie or
Okay.
the uh, the Ghostface killer. So, just a quick reminder to everybody: we'll use our boy Stu here. Let's just say I thought Stu was down here, but Callie thought Stu was up here. Callie could say, uh, could use her saving throw, and
hmm
he would be here by default. So we could both still do that. We haven't used it because I think for the most part we kind of either agreed or we were saving it up. I know I'm saving mine because
Yeah. Can we recap who we have cast
Yes, I
in the teacup?
actually I'm glad you mentioned because I actually was thinking since we have still a number of names and we only have two movies to go through, what we could do is number one, we could start off by casting somebody else here.
Okay.
But let's, like you said, let's recap our cast. Now, we could start with our, who was it? Our first victim was, do you remember who that was?
No.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm just going to say hello, Kit Kat Meow. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm glad you're here to embark on this Ghostface story with us here. But our first victim was actually Kennedy, which is perfect. So she was cleaning her kitchen. That's how the movie
That's
starts. She's cleaning her kitchen, and
perfect setup.
that's right. Ghostface sliced and diced,
Yes.
and then
and she would just be herself, She doesn't have to put on a character. She'd just be like, I'll just be my fucking self and I'll just tell them how it is.
the kitchen. Ghostface may make a mess of the rest of the house, tripping over the furniture and killing all the people, but our kitchen will always be clean.
Yes.
She like made him kill her outside the kitchen. Then
Oh, of course.
yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
you can't have that.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's like little
Uh,
like instead of like breadcrumbs, it was like a little blood trail. Out of the kitchen, please.
I just picture she's bleeding out and she's wiping it down with Kleenex and she's bleeding out over the kitchen. No.
With her little like squeegee. Trying to like squeegee him up.
That's right, like Southern ladies do. Kit Kat Meow and Cat G. We've got two cats in the house. Fantastic. And ground rules for our slasher movies: no pet murder. We don't allow that.
No.
Ghostface doesn't do that in
No.
our movie. So
Thank God. I mean, a lot of killers in movies, they tend to have a certain line. Some,
yeah,
but
not all, but
not all.
some. And I don't think Ghostface has really killed any animals, though.
I don't think so.
Not from what I remember.
Not on purpose.
Yeah, not like going out, like not like the Terminator 2.
Wait, wasn't Eel Rarg like the slut?
Yes. So we
I
had
remember that one.
we had our we have our the blonde bimbo
The blonde
best
bimbo.
friend, but no, the best friend character to be more PC. We had to have the best friend character, and that was Eel Rear, the blonde bimbo.
Mm-hmm.
And do you remember who our Randy was?
Oh, I know Clay was somebody.
No,
No, I swear.
no.
I thought
Kay
Clay.
hasn't been cast yet.
Oh, okay.
He's on the wheel still. I've been removing.
He is on the
those
wheel.
Yeah.
Oh no, who is Randy?
Joran. It's your boy, Joran Comedy.
That's pretty good.
Oh, thanks. There are rules to successfully survive a Scream stream.
Oh my god. You know what? Like that is
I'll have to think of those rules.
what are his rules? Like, we love Randy, but and fuck Jordan, but like he would be an interesting Randy.
I'd cast him in the movie.
Yeah, because he'd never get the girl. He's
I put him on the wheel, didn't I?
Yeah, of course, yes.
No, and that leaves us with our first killer, because I remember we wanted to leave that. We wanted to at least unmask one killer before we ended the stream, and that was the crazy killer, the Chaos Incarnate. Do you remember who that was?
I guess I don't remember. I only remember Eels because it was so funny.
Are you trying to tell me something?
I just Eel Rear as a blonde bimbo. It just sticks in my mind. It's perfect.
Yeah. So Patrick Teacup Ireland is our chaos killer.
That's right. Which is
perfect. I like
He's
that.
Chaos. Yeah.
Surprise, Sydney. Uses his Lord voice.
Yes.
So with that said, what I figure we could do is we have a number of people to cast still, so I figured we could spin the wheel to start us off. So let's now, of course, we have the Dewey, the Gale, the Sydney. I also want to do the boyfriend character, because the boyfriend's not necessarily the killer, So I figure we could do we could have the boyfriend character. I'm not saying we have to do that right now. We could spin the wheel for. I'm going to let that be dealer's choice. I'm going to let you. Who do you want to spin for? Anybody but the killer. I'm saving that for last.
Okay. Let's spin for.
Oh, and if you want to add a category, if you have a category I didn't mention, please.
Okay.
I'm all for it.
Let's do a gay. Who's going to be the Gale?
Okay. Wow. All right. We're starting us off with my favorite character here. Okay.
I want a hard, I want a main. Let's get a main cast.
Okay. You want to start? Okay. We can start with the Gale. Absolutely. Let's spin. Everybody can see the wheel. Because I'm sharing. Let's spin the wheel. Who's our Gale? No.
Zacky?
I'm Gale? I did it! I'm Gale!
You're Gale! I love it!
I wrote the stream on this. All right, so we got myself. Allow myself to introduce myself. Gale Weathers, meteorologist. Roman Bridger, director. Maybe if Gale's the killer. Yeah. So we are going to remove me here, there. All right, and you know what? Let's do another one. How about we do the Dewey? You want to do the Dewey?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. You can't have Gale without Dewey.
You can't.
All right. Let's do this.
It's Nuggies.
I couldn't have written this better myself.
That's amazing.
That's fantastic. That's
It's rigged.
all right. My Dewey, Evil Little McNuggets is my
I love
Dewey.
it.
That's perfection. That's great. Okay, so we have myself as Gail, and we have Evil Little McNuggets as Dewey. So we have two of our triangle. We are going to save our Sidney Prescott for the near the end.
Yeah.
So I think two cast members for now is a great place to leave us off. We can, if you're ready, we can jump into Scream 5. Unless you want to just go over anything else about any of the previous movies.
I think
very casual conversation, like I said.
Yeah. We're pretty cash here. We don't have to say the whole word. It's cash.
She's calling foul. No. Hey, I'm the director. All right, and this is it. This is perfect casting. I love it. So you're ready to? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying like with Scream 5, like this was.
I'll let you start us off. Yeah.
This was a big deal because it's been a while.
Yeah.
And people, and also, we lost our beloved Wes Craven.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. He was going to of course be in it, not do it, but
sure.
Sadly he did pass. So this movie like really already had so much like stacked against it. Like the expectations were super high. I couldn't imagine having that on my shoulders. If I was like writing or like directing or something like a Scream film, I would no thank you.
Yeah, it's I mean a 4-film legacy at this point, and I mean different opinions aside, I mean I know I watched them all and I love the first 4, and I know for me by the time Scream 2 was out, I was kind of actually what it was is Scream 6 was coming out the next year for me when I first saw Scream 5. So I was like, or that same year. It was either that year or it was the next year. Scream 6 was coming out. I'm like, ooh, that's great. I didn't know they were still making these. I didn't realize they'd made a Scream 5. And I'm like, okay, let me watch Scream 5. I love the first 4.
Yeah, it's interesting because it like came and went. It felt like I remember when it came out because I was determined to see it in theaters, as per like when I started going to them in theaters.
I'm seeing Scream 7 in theaters. I have never seen a Scream movie in theaters, so I'm like, I've got to get my ass to the theater for Scream 7.
Yeah. At least if the next one's gonna be the last, even if it's not, just go do it.
Yeah, no, I definitely, because it's my favorite franchise, slasher films franchise, and that's one of my favorite franchises of all time. It's just I love these movies, and I guess I will say, spoiler, I adore Scream 5.
I'm interested.
Yeah, so I really liked it when I first saw it. Like I was, because you don't know what to expect. Again, as you said, it's been a while, so you're revisiting these characters again many years later. There's a new cast, and this is the first movie that breaks away from that core 3, except for Dewey, who has a central role in this film, of course. But I was for it, honestly. I was like, yeah.
I was too.
As much as I love the core 3, I'm fine with the mantle being passed.
Yes.
I will say on the rewatch, I didn't like this movie quite as much,
Me too.
but overall, I really do enjoy it.
Yeah.
I think it's I think it's a strong follow up. I think there are some good ideas that could have been executed a little bit better, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Um, I'll say I'll say this: the it feels like this movie doesn't always know who the main character is,
Hmm.
and it tries to force who it is. And I this character, Sam, I I like her, but I like her better in Scream Six.
Mm.
I think she's a stronger character in Scream Six. Maybe I think the actor, uh, Melissa Barrera, does a better job in
I
Scream Six.
really enjoy her as an actor.
Yeah, I really like her in Scream Six. I think she's fine in Scream Five. Think I just think she. It felt to me like maybe she was more comfortable in the role in Scream Six.
Yeah, yeah. I could sense some nervous little bit of nervousness. That's not really a word, but because it's big shoes.
Yeah,
Big shoes to fill.
yeah. You can't. I'm sorry, you just can't top F Campbell. Uh, Hello, voice to voice. No, I think it's perfect casting. I'm all for it. But um, I do like the Sam Carpenter character, though. I do.
Yeah.
That said, here's the thing. I can't talk too much about it without spoiling going into the killer territory and talking about my feelings on that. But I want to give you some time to say your piece if there's anything I'd like to
Yeah,
hear
yeah.
how to feel on the movie.
I feel I felt okay when it came to okay, this is it's a new generation. These as someone who is around the age of the Nev Campbell character and all that, and then seeing a new group of kids in such a different like climate too. Like so many things are different. Like even like some rules change, which I mean they're pretty much like this kind of the same rules, but I just mean like what was it? It was Scream 5 was the what did they call was it the reboot or
Yeah,
in the
it's like a
franchise?
it's a soft reboot, and that's why
Yeah.
it's not called Scream Five. It's just
It's
called
called
Scream.
Scream.
But
Yeah.
I'm calling it Scream Five
Yeah.
because
Oh,
that's what
yeah. Everyone calls it Scream 5.
and like that is the dumbest thing. It's Scream
Yeah.
5. It's not Scream. We already
No.
had Scream. And it's not like a remake.
Yeah, yeah. It's like they tried to do that with Final Destination too, and it didn't work.
It's a new story. It's not even a remake.
Yeah.
Like that I would understand, right? Like the
Yeah.
Friday the 13th remake, it's just called
Hmm.
Friday the 13th, correct?
Yeah.
Right? So okay, it's a remake. They're retelling the first four movies. That's okay,
Yeah,
great.
and they're keeping everything in like canon as well with the original characters. It's not like these new batch of kids.
Yeah.
It's um it's just straight clean like the no, was well you still need to see the Friday the 13th remake, right?
No, I haven't seen it yet. I do
Okay.
know like some things though. I yeah.
Yeah. But the thing that I really enjoyed the most was the change up um with the opener,
Mm-hmm.
and that we get someone who ends up being a part of the main cast. It's not, we don't have a Drew Barrymore.
Yeah. Which that you're of course talking about Tara.
Yeah, Jennifer Ortega.
Jenna Ortega, yes,
Jenna,
who is one of the strongest characters in the series for me.
she's great.
I love this character. Jenna Ortega is amazing. Um, she has really great chemistry with Melissa Barrera.
Yes.
It's very unfortunate that these characters are not coming back for Scream 7 because it does start here, and their chemistry is amazing as these two sisters against the world.
God, just that moment when she says, "Get the fuck out!" Oh, that hurts my heart. Oh, I felt the emotions.
Oh, yeah, in the hospital room, right?
Yeah. So I really liked that, and while she is talking to the killer, she does what everyone does nowadays, like, if someone's giving you a test and trying to test you on shit, I'm gonna fucking Google that shit if I don't know it.
Yeah, I agree. I remember watching it for the first time, and kill scene came on. The opening kill scene, right? I know it's the opening, and it's a Scream movie. It's going to be a kill scene, right?
Yeah, it's like a cold opening.
I immediately was like, "Ooh, I don't want that. I like this character."
Yeah.
Jenna Ortega is adorable. I'm like, oh, she's beautiful. She's smart. I'm already liking this character.
Yeah, she's a better actress, singer, songwriter. She has bluer eyes. Like,
oh, and she's not a fucking pedophile.
Yeah, and I guess because I knew who Drew Barrymore was at the time in the first, but I wasn't as attached to her as some would at that time. Like, I didn't see her as, oh, this is the Janet
Ortega?
No, not Janet
Ortega. Janet Leigh?
Janet Leigh. Like, oh my God, like, it's so, like, how could they kill her off? Because I think Drew Barrymore, I don't know if we talked about it, she was supposed to be Sydney, but Drew Barrymore was like, I want to do this. I think this is gonna be great.
I think she had like obligations too. She had, like,
could have been that too. Yeah. So seeing her die in the first one, sorry guys, spoiler alert, but that's your fault.
I mean, we already went over Scream.
Totally,
Scream 1, and you can't go over Scream 1 without talking about the opening kill. I mean, that's the most iconic moment in the movie.
Yeah, and it continued to be such a huge part of the recipe, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, for all of them, I mean, it's still maybe top 5 favorite scenes in the entire series for me. That opening,
it's so good, and it's
I'd have to rank them officially, but
that would be interesting. Like, favorite, like, God, I keep forgetting what they call it. It'll come back to me.
No worries.
But anyway, back to 5. Like, I was curious because I did know. I have seen Jennifer Ortega. I keep calling her Jennifer. It's Jenna.
Yeah, Jenna. She's going to be really pissed when she sees this.
She's going to be so mad at me. Oh my God, guys. Ew, she's never going to give me my dress back. Jesus.
Yeah, we love you. We love you, Miss Ortega.
Yeah. Whatever she wore at the Met Gala, that was mine and she borrowed it. Anyway. Because I knew she was still like a somewhat newcomer at the time. So I wasn't sure. I was like, oh, okay, so she's the Drew Barrymore of this of this generation. That's interesting because she's so hot right now, still is. But I was
she's hustling.
She's fucking hustling. Oh my God, is she hustling?
Which it's funny you make that point because obviously, I was a 1-year-old, so in 1996, so I didn't have that experience with Drew Barrymore, and I also didn't have that experience with Jenna Ortega because I just hadn't seen a lot of movies, and I'd not seen a lot of current movies, definitely. So
you're getting there.
Yeah, I am getting there. Hello, Pussy Destroyer. But
hey.
so for me, she's just a another actress playing a character. She's
Yeah,
that
yeah.
character, and which works for me because then it's easier to just see the character. That said, Jenna Ortega is a wonderful actress, so she does a great job of being that character and not being Jenna. Uh, but I didn't have that, but still immediately I was charmed by this character. She did a great job, and I was like, wow, I really don't want to see her die.
Yeah.
And then they faked it out, and I'm like, I mean,
Oh,
they're like, she survived, and I'm like, she survived? She's going
yeah.
to be in the rest of the movie?
I was like, oh shit. All right. I was so there for it because, yes, a lot of people like the formula to stay a certain way, but I really enjoy when they throw curveballs at me when it's like brand new. So
I agree.
I,
As long as
I
it's
was
done well,
totally there for the change
and they did it well.
and the connection with the sister and
Oh, yes.
the setup for this new generation I enjoyed.
Yeah, the sisters
Introduction.
were our gateway into this.
Yes.
This attack on Terra was our gateway into this friend group, which is one of my favorite friend groups. That's another strength I think Scream 5 did well for me. I liked the characters. For the most part, I like.
They are so cute. They're so adorable.
Yeah, no, I just which again, I guess we can kind of get into. I've been holding it in for so long, kind of keep, because I look forward to these, right? So I didn't want to spoil, but that does lead us in to these characters and the killer. And one of my favorite characters in the entire franchise is in that movie, and I'll go to the killer section here. I guess we didn't rank the movie yet, but that's fine.
No, we still have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, so that's fine. We're all over the place. I like I said, I like to keep this casual. But I'm gonna throw my hat out there. One of my favorite killers, because she reminded me a lot of Stu Macher. I love this character, but not just that. Not just because, even pre-Ghostface reveal, I loved her relationship with Tara. Like immediately, there was this. I always got this sense like that they maybe had feelings for each other. Like my gaydar was going off.
Yeah. No, everyone's was. It really didn't. They didn't like specify, which I really didn't mind, but there was some real love there, especially with Amber. What's her name? Amber?
Yes, Amber Freeman. My second favorite Ghostface in the series, actually. Which actually, honestly, it's like a two-way tie between these two, and then Billy rounds it up.
Okay. What? Excuse me. Oh my God, I keep having to clear my damn throat.
Sorry, sip of water.
So tell me why.
Okay, so
tell me more.
Right, obviously pre-reveal, right? Now, of course, there's some bias, right? You got me. I'm watching this movie. I like the beautiful women, right? And cute goth woman. She kind of looks like goth. She kind of got the broody thing going, but she's also really protective of Tara. And I'm a shipper on deck kind of guy, right? When I'm watching a movie and I see these two characters, and I'm like, oh, I think she might like her. So I'm immediately like a shipper on deck. I'm like, ooh, her and Tara. I'm like, I love it. I mean, look how like bitchy she's being to everybody, but then she's really protective of Tara. I'm like, oh, it's so sweet. Plus, again, I thought she was really hot. So there's definitely that. And then she was my girl. She was just like she was my girl for the movie. Like I loved her. I'm like, this is my character. I want to follow her more. Sadly, she doesn't have that much screen time.
She really doesn't. But when you think about it, like how much screen time did Stu have?
Not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot. Even Billy.
He had a fair bit. I
Yeah.
feel he was a bit more integrated because his
Yeah.
personality was a lot more
Oh, very, very present.
flamboyant, right?
Front stage center,
yeah,
just hamming it up.
she's a lot quieter. That said, pre-reveal, she does have some good scenes. Again, I love whenever she's next to Tara, she's being just, it feels very protective, and I do maintain, I think she definitely had feelings for her. I like her little banter when her and Richie first see each other for the first time in the hospital room.
Yeah.
They're going back and forth. And obviously, you don't know it first, but it is kind of cool to see these two characters. Eel. Mrs. Doubtfire is coming. Okay, we're getting to Mrs. Doubtfire.
That's next.
That's our next review. I promise.
Yeah. Hello, my dears.
I gotta watch it first.
Zacky, my poor sweet summer child.
So, plus you get that basement scene with her and Mindy.
You know what? There are some like debate with that scene that I've found. Some people liked it and some people really hated it.
Oh, I liked it.
Yeah,
I mean, it was an Amber scene, so I was all for
well. Okay, so then that doesn't count.
It does count. Yeah. I mean, it's just it may be a biased opinion, but it is an opinion, and that's what this is about. I mean, and anytime my waifu is on screen, and make no mistakes, she is my other Scream waifu, right next to Gale Weathers. Go figure.
Zacky, you are going to hate me.
Oh, it's fine. I already do. No, so this is here's the thing. I remember last stream, and I remember because I go back and I re-listen because I love the sound of my own voice. But I'm like, I might want to save save a friend for one of these other killers, and she's like, and I remember you said you might need to because I don't see anywhere here. Yeah, or something along those lines. And
is that how I talk? Is that how I talk?
Yeah. Well, in that instance, you did because I'm like, you fucking bitch. You don't like me. You go fuck yourself. Not up in here.
Not up in here.
Not up in here. So preemptively, I don't care what you say. I'm using my token if you don't like her. She's staying up here, right where she belongs.
That's fine.
Now, that said, that's pre-reveal. I haven't gone into after the reveal. And after the reveal, right? Welcome to Act 3. Gunshot kills, in my opinion, like the least likable character in the movie. Right before she says that, she like shoots Liv in the head, and then welcome to Act 3. I'm like, oh, that's great. She does most of the kills.
Yeah.
So we got another Charlie situation where she does most of the kills, which is interesting because I draw the comparison between these two a lot. Student actually do most of the kills, so he's just got that personality. It's
yeah. Also, like kind of like the bitch.
Oh, Stu.
Well, yeah, because he does whatever he did whatever Billy wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like he's just a yes man. He would say yes to anything Billy told him to do.
Yeah, I agree. That's another thing I like, and not necessarily that's not just about Amber, but I like the partnership in Scream 5 a lot. I feel like this was like the first partnership where it felt like an actual like companionship. Like these two weren't ready to fuck each other over.
Or I'll say this, maybe they were the most, the only thing I can think of is blood hungry, like they wanted to do most of the killing. And I feel like with Billy and maybe Richie, being the somewhat smarter one, be like, yeah, kill all the ones you want, it's gonna look worse for you. I feel
or Richie was like me. He's a Zacky proxy, and forget audience proxy. He's the Zacky Proxy. He's like, oh, that's so hot when she like kills all these people. So, which is another thing, So I was like, all right, I already liked this character. I already thought she was really hot. And now she's the killer. She's one of the killers, and she did most of the kills. And she killed a certain character in this movie.
Which, okay. All right. I'm sorry. I can't.
No, go ahead.
I can't keep quiet anymore.
It's fine. Go ahead.
I hated her as a killer.
Okay. Wow.
I'm sorry. Because, first of all,
guys, this has been fun.
Yep. Thanks. All right, guys. No. Yep. That's it.
No,
see you later. I don't know. I hate saying, okay, yeah, hate. Hate is a strong word. She, like, I can understand her being a killer just because how we really didn't get to see her on screen that much. And I understood the kind of obsession that I'm going to call it that she had with Tara.
Yeah.
Not Tara. Okay. Sure. To a point where, because I can understand that, if I have someone who I have deep a friendship feeling with, like I am someone, like if you fuck with this person, I'm gonna fucking kill you. So I understood that, but I just, and I know it's horror, it's fantasy. I just do not believe that this little tiny gremlin, gorgeous gremlin. Gremlins can be pretty.
That's right. That's right. That's
killed right. And had the strength that a ghost face killer would have, because some people have said that the ghost face killer, like when it's in the mask, the thing, it's its own entity, that it's always the same height. It's like they always kept the killer at Stu's height.
Yeah, I don't buy into that personally.
Yeah, I find that strange.
I just kind of suspend my disbelief.
Yeah, it's
just one of those things where I'm just like, there's nothing you can do except for put the person in the costume.
Yeah, and give them like Frankenstein monster shoes.
Yeah.
But I just do not believe that tiny person had all that strength, physical, like I want to, like rage, barbarian strength.
Well, Cali, have you ever seen Silent Night, Deadly Night 2?
Not 2.
No, neither have I. But there's a line in that movie that I love because I've seen the clip, and it's when the guy asks him, if you were a baby when all that happened, how do you remember? And his answer was, I was there. And that's the answer. How did Amber manage, tiny little Amber manage these Herculean tasks? She did. Because she just did. She just did. She was there. I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, I don't know. I see the complaint, but I just can't really. Again, I can appreciate where your standpoint, but I just can't. Yeah. I can't respect it because I mean that, like I respect.
That's fine.
I appreciate it, but I just, it's one of those things where I'm like,
wrong.
Look at Mrs. Loomis. Look what she did to Randy.
That's a grown woman.
Yeah,
that is a grown-ass woman who,
come on, you're telling me
Randy has been through shit. She's been through, I mean, like I'm talking that like a high school child to someone in her like mid to late 30s who has been through some real traumatic shit. Like her husband,
he's pretty
cheated. Billy's the psychopath, and I can see the craziness building with Mrs. Loomis's like experiences. And
maybe Amber was lifting weights. I to be fair, I did have a friend in high school. He was a stick. I mean, he was a thin kid, but he was strong. I mean, really strong. Right? Yeah. He had a grip of you. I'm sorry?
No, I said, oh, I said, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if he had a hold on you, you weren't getting out. Um, it's just, again, it's one of those things.
Mm.
I suspend the disbelief, and I honestly I don't have that problem. I just don't really look at it like that.
Mm-hmm.
When the killers, when Ghostface is Ghostface, it's like you said. I don't separate it to the point where that's not the person. It's not a separate
It's
entity. There,
Ghostface.
you know, it's Amber, you know,
Mm.
or it's Billy and it's Stu. It's them. It's the killer. They are the killer. But it's just, I don't really care to the point where it's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, there's no way, because then you could nitpick that entire series.
Yeah,
You could you
true. There were times I was like, Charlie, really? But
I get
I
it's easier to. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, you're fine. I was kind of like that with Charlie at first, but once I started to really like Scream 4 more and more, um, and I don't know, and then with it was just it's just, I for some reason I just couldn't, even with Jessica Roberts. I'm like, that it makes sense for
Emma
her to be
Roberts.
the Emma Roberts. Sorry.
No, don't be.
Um, um, she didn't do a majority of the killing.
Right.
Charlie did. So like that made sense to me. So I feel like if maybe Richie did do most of the kills, I probably would have been like, okay.
So, though, I again, and it's like I can't technically argue this point because it's your belief that it really comes down to, hey, that was an aspect that bothered you, and it
Hmm.
doesn't bother me, and
Yeah.
I can appreciate that, but I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
No,
I
that's
get it.
fine.
I guess, to that, that is what one of the things I did love about Amber was that she
Mhm.
did do most of the kills. She was a talented
She's
girl. She had to
she's
pay the rent.
psycho.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
She
Selena
really
Kyle.
is. She really
Got it.
was.
She's a working girl. Got to pay the rent.
Yeah.
Got to get those kills in. And
Yeah.
I really appreciated that, and I appreciated the chaotic energy she brought.
Yeah.
Again,
And
it
I
reminded me of Stu.
and I really I like that you know you do. I like hearing what you have to say because it's it puts me in a spot of just not like I'm trying to like we're not trying to change each other's mind,
No,
you know,
no, I'm
but
not.
I can appreciate
Mhm.
I appreciate your opinion
Sure.
and what you're saying. I think the one thing that probably got me that I haven't mentioned about Amber's character was when she became when she was revealed as the one of the killers. Her character reminded me a lot of her character in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Right. Okay. Yeah, which I hadn't seen uh, at that point. I
At that,
saw.
yeah, but you recently saw, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. There was just the characters were just a little too similar to me that it it just made me not believe her as much. It was just kind of like, okay, well, she's kind of doing the same thing. She's like the crazy wild one, and oh, come on, man, let's do this kind of thing. So I think that's because
No, that's fair. That's
because
fair.
I saw that first, and then seeing her kind of being that's just what also kind of like turned me off. And that's not her fault, you know. I
No,
mean, she's the director, they liked what she was doing, so
sure.
cool.
And that's another thing too is you have there are actors who I do love who play the same role, and I think a lot of people think that's synonymous like with bad acting, and it's like I don't want to make this a whole debate, but
Mhm.
I love Nicolas Cage, and I remember when I was a kid, another kid had asked the teacher, "Is Nicolas Cage a bad actor?" And the teacher said, "Yes." And I'm like, "He most certainly is not. He just
Ooh.
plays crazy roles, and he does it very well." And people think that's synonymous with bad acting, and maybe I haven't seen all of his movies, but I think he gives a genuinely good performance in a movie like Vampire's Kiss, where he is insanely crazy. And I don't consider it over the top in the context of the character, because that's the character he's playing. He's an over the top, larger than life guy. And so I don't mind actors playing the same character. I think it works here as Amber. I love her performance. I think it's a lot of fun. She's a very reprehensible character. She kills the most sweet, innocent character in the entire franchise, and then she rubs it in Gail's face, and that was another thing, because I'm like, I know I should hate this character, but I don't. I love this character. I really do. But I also love when she gets her comeuppance, and
and she gets set on fire again.
And then she gets shot in the head by Tara.
And there's that too.
So I really love this character. There's definitely the waifu aspect. I just, hey, I like, she speaks to me. I thought she was really beautiful, and she was crazy, and I'm like, I like crazy, beautiful chicks who set out to accomplish something, and even if they don't succeed, they try every step of the way.
As long as they have goals.
She had goals, and again, she was very similar to Stu Macher, not 100%, but they were the more chaotic party, in my opinion. Whereas, Richie was a lot, he wasn't exactly sane, but he had a calmness that was kind of reminiscent more of Billy. Whereas, I feel like with Amber and Stu, it was just more for chaos sake, chaos incarnate. And
with like Richie, I feel like he played the good guy boyfriend better than Billy. I didn't think it actually was gonna be Richie, even though fucking Dewey said it straight out, like, it's always the boyfriend.
Funny enough, pre-reveal, Richie was my favorite character in the movie. I thought he was. I'm like, he just seems like a really sweet, supportive boyfriend who.
You really did.
It's like, and she's like, you should get out of here. Sam's like, you should get out of here. This is a fucked up situation. And he's like, yeah, but I love you. That's what you do.
Yeah, like, and the fact that he was like what we saw, he was rewatching all the movies to try to like understand, but we know now that he's
right
a fucking crazy fan, and that's what I like about the killers in this, because I can see that around that time, like what was, like 2022 when this came out, and people being such crazy fans that they would try to write their own movie or try, like, I can see something like that happening like today. It can happen in other generations, but I'm just saying, like, how people are with certain movies, and they're just like, ride or die, or it has to be like the toxic fandom that is out there now.
How can fans love be toxic?
So, and I love that the Dead Meat podcast, that they got a freaking cameo.
That was pretty great.
And that they were like making fun of like the latest Scream, where the killer had like a flamethrower, or like
a stab 6 or whatever.
Something, 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Had like a flame gun. Whatever they're called.
Which I love, that on the opposite term, that takes me to one of my favorite lines, not only in the movie, but one of my favorite Sydney lines. And she's like, you guys might be the most derivative yet. The same house? Really?
Mm-hmm.
I love, plus the where she's just like on the phone and she's like, I'm bored, and she hangs up.
I love it.
I love Sydney. Neve Campbell did not get enough screen time, but what she did get, it was amazing.
It was great.
Sports.
It was wonderful. She clearly, I mean, in the fourth, we see that she's not like the like victim anymore, but I
No,
never really saw her that much of a victim, especially when like Scream
no,
2 came out and she
I
started like,
don't.
I mean, she's been badass since like day one, honestly.
No, I think Scream One, she was going through her.
Hmm.
She's always been traumatized, but
Yes.
she's always been a survivor, and I
Yes.
think I think a part of her thought of herself as a victim, and then
Hmm.
she came to the realization that I'm a fighter, I'm a survivor, and that's what Scream 2 did so well, because in that
Yeah.
first movie she was a victim and she took power for that. Like
Yeah, she took her
really,
power back. And like the world in this world, the world in this world, in the Scream universe,
sure.
that's what she was called most of her life, was a victim, even with
Mhm.
her, what happened to her mom too. So it's like she's always been this people see her as this like sad, scared little girl who is just tragic and is sad, but she's like, fuck no, I'm not.
Yeah,
And she just keeps getting better. She keeps getting
yeah,
better.
every movie, and
Every
that's the.
movie.
I mean, even I think we agreed. She was one of the best parts of Scream 3 for the short time she was in the movie. But by
Yeah.
Scream 3, I think they had really dialed it in. That Dev Campbell had definitely dialed in this character. I
Mhm.
think by Scream 3, funny enough, she gives one of the best performances. Even though she's like barely in the movie, when she
Yeah.
comes in, she's fantastic, because this character really does come into her own. And by Scream 4, she's the Dewey and Gale.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
a way, like how like Dewey was the adult in the first movie. Dewey and Gale were the adults, and
Mhm.
around the teenagers, and then by Scream 2, Sydney, she's a college student, she's an adult, sure, but I by Scream 3, she's
Mhm.
where they were in the first movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's around like 25 or whatever. So
Yeah.
by Scream 4, she's obviously she's what, in her late 30s, early
Mhm.
40s, I'd assume.
Yeah, and I liked in Scream 3, I liked that Sydney went into a profession to help others. Like she was a
Yes.
part of like a a
Mhm.
phone line like crisis with like domestic violence or something like that.
Yes, good point. And we didn't
Yeah.
touch upon that actually last
Mm-mm.
stream. So
Yeah.
that's a great point. One of the better decisions in Scream 3, I think.
Mhm.
And then they gave us the dead mom.
The
Just kidding.
demo.
Like, great. Thank you for introducing that setup and then completely ruining it.
Yeah, and then thank God they just threw it away. Like, please don't ever do that again.
Yeah.
Even though they kind of do it, getting back to the fifth one, they kind of do it, but it's somewhat different. So I guess like that's a good segment to bring up Sam and the Billy connection.
Oh, fuck you if you don't like Dead Skeet Ulrich, we're done. I'm done. No, I'm just kidding. But
I did not say a thing yet.
no, I'm just with you.
Hold on. I know. I think that is a great. I thought that was great too. That I liked that a lot of the characters did have some type of familial like connection with the
Mhm.
other characters,
Yeah.
because we had the twins who's like Randy is their uncle, and then you got Sam who's uh Billy's Billy's daughter,
Yeah.
and the one random not the random actor, but he's great. He was like related to Stu. What the fuck
Yeah.
is his name? Kyle Gallner.
Yeah.
Vince.
Yeah.
Is that him? Yeah.
Who Amber or Richie killed. I don't remember which.
Yeah, yeah. And he was like somewhat dating one of the twins'
No,
girls or something.
they were dating Olivia, the twins. You're right. No, you're right. I'm sorry, the twins' girlfriend. That's correct.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, I felt like that actor that was. I'm jumping ahead, just
no,
because I know we were talking
go
about
ahead.
Sam for a
No,
second.
it's fine. Please, we're
With
like I said, we're just
yeah,
rambling here.
yeah. With him, I just felt like it was a misuse of a great actor. Like he just came and went.
Yeah. No, he was pretty good in the small role. I haven't seen him in anything else, but I mean, I could tell he seemed like a pretty good actor.
No, yeah,
I
he's really
actually
good.
I thought he was better than Olivia. She was my least favorite character in the movie.
Oh,
So,
I did not enjoy her.
so when Amber shoots her in the head, welcome
Mhm.
to Act 3. I'm
I,
like, if I hadn't already married you, Amber, I'd
that's when
marry
you
you all
knew.
over again. I knew.
This was forever.
This was forever. Now I can finally show you all the Amber fanfics that I found online. All the fan art. I'm like that I've been like
Sure.
gushing over, and I'm like, oh, I want to show Cali, but I don't want to like spoil. I totally love this character.
Yeah, but that was like a character I wish that they explored a little more, because like anyone who was somewhat like a suspect, it didn't stick around for that long. It's like, oh, okay, well, it's not this person now. Let's try to find someone else.
No, that you're right, because the suspect list is interesting. I don't remember really suspecting anybody, because I'm like, it could be really anybody, I guess, but
Mhm.
I'm like, I hope it's not Richie, because he's such a sweetheart.
Yeah.
And I knew it wasn't Sam. A lot of movies do that, and it's one of
Yeah.
those things. It never works for me. Like, oh, she's the daughter of Billy Loomis. Maybe she's the serial killer, and I'm like, oh, okay.
No.
I'm like, it's not though. But
Yeah.
and I was right. So
We love growth. We love that, it's a different time. So, therapy is more I don't want to say like normal. I mean, therapy is normal, but not to
sure.
say that therapy wasn't normal, but it's more available, I guess. And people, and it's available. And also it's not as taboo as like therapy and taking medications and all that. Like back then it was like, oh ew, you see a therapist, ew, what are you, like crazy? Or oh, you see a therapist and you take medication. So
Sorry,
I like
water.
no, you're fine. I like that Sam's character, she's taking initiative to be better.
Yeah, she did. She had a lot of agency.
Mm-hmm.
She was a character I enjoyed following, and I like the character. I like her more now because I've seen Scream 6, and I know I like her more in Scream 6. I feel like Melissa Barrera gave a really great performance in Scream 6.
Yeah, she had something to prove.
Yeah,
People really didn't like her in 5.
And that's the thing. I wouldn't say I didn't like her. I thought she was fine, but for me, I just feel maybe she didn't really know the character yet.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe the directing. I just feel like 6 was what I wanted from her in 5. So by extension, now that I've seen 6, I like her a lot more. And I do want to throw out there though, I love Melissa Barrera and The Rock.
Yeah, and she is my waifu, as you say. So whatever
fair enough.
Whatever that actress does, like she can't do wrong.
No, fair enough. And she's a gorgeous woman, and
she is my wife.
She's a very strong character. She's definitely a respectable not replacement for Sydney, but the new lead for
if you're gonna pass the torch to someone, I liked her as a choice.
I will say, even the first time around, my favorite scenes with her were actually the scenes with Skeet Ulrich. I like this
Yeah.
idea that she's kind of bonding with her dead father.
Yeah.
And it's all in her mind, but it's like, wow, Billy Loomis is a hero in Scream
Yeah.
5.
Sorry.
He's the hero. No, go ahead.
No, I hit my microphone.
Are you okay?
I liked that, but there were like times I'm like, wait a minute, Billy's not a good guy, or maybe because he's in hell, maybe if you feel hell is a real thing, or wherever he's in purgatory, whatever.
I mean,
Is he trying to like he's trying to redeem himself by making sure his daughter doesn't go down his path?
Well, I for me, I mean, I guess I don't see him as a ghost. I see him as a figment of her imagination.
Yeah.
What she would want from her dad, and I
like that better.
Yeah, I guess that's just the way I thought. I mean, I guess you could take it as he's a ghost, but I just never looked at it like that. He's a force ghost. Yeah,
he's a force ghost.
But I do like that, and I like this idea that he even gives her like that little like proud nod at near the end before she kills Richie. Like, that's my girl. I'm like, wow, you managed to make Billy Loomis this almost heroic character, and I mean, like, it is all from perspective. You look at just the perspective of the movie. He's no longer a threat, so you're like, I kind of, you're like, it's kind of like, wow, thanks, movie. You're right, movie. Skeet Ulrich is a really charming actor.
He totally is.
And he was great.
We knew we liked Billy. We always knew he was a good guy. He was just young and just misled and horny, and but I like that. I like what you said, that he's appearing as a way that Sam uses for like guidance and help.
Yeah.
And like, yes, she has this part of her inside her, but that doesn't mean she has to be exactly what her father was. I don't know.
And that's I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, fine. It's so complicated, but I like that, because it opens the doors to this type of debate. And I bet he does smell amazing, Johnny Utah.
I gotta read this comment. Yeah. No, and two, I like when she first starts, in my opinion, hallucinating, unless you buy into the whole force ghost thing, which fair enough. I mean, it's a Scream.
I could see both
movie. I understand both ways. I
can understand both ways, but I like yours better because because of the medication that she's taking, and it's shown more as, with with mental illness, more than just something that's like a fanciful, like, oh, it's just his ghost and he's just helping her out randomly. Like, no, he might have appeared to her like so many more times than this.
I think too, when you first see them together, it's a very adversarial relationship between her and her own mind, and like I was saying.
Love it.
But by the end of the movie, she finally accepts Billy. Yeah. And by accepting Billy, she accepts her inner nature and her mechanism. It's a physical and it's a mental defense mechanism, and she realizes, I can embrace that side of myself to do what I need to do. And what do I need to do above all else? I need to make sure Tara is safe, and I need to make sure I'm safe. And they could have so easily made her a girl boss, but I'm glad they didn't.
I liked the struggle.
She felt like a human being who loved her sister, and that is so real, because it's like, I think we all have, not all
inner conflict.
I don't know about. I mean, I remember last stream we talked. We're both siblings, my brother and I, we've had our ups and downs, but I love him more than almost anything in the world. Like he's one of my favorite people, no matter what. And I would go full on Sam Loomis mode, to do what I had to do to protect him. And he's stronger than I am, but no, but so that was the aspect of her that I did really like, and I think those scenes were where Melissa Barrera really shined in the role.
Yeah, and it really. Sorry.
No, please.
No. Please finish.
Then Scream 6
Six
came along, and she went from a character who I like. There's this character, fair enough. She's got some promise. To a character who I'm like, oh, I love. This is one of my favorite characters in the franchise.
Yeah.
And I could honestly see her becoming a killer. Maybe not in like the series, but like I could see this person. If this person became a serial killer, I could buy it. Because by Scream 6, she's embracing that nature. She is ugly in that nature. I mean, she's gorgeous, but you know what I mean? She's embracing the ugliness.
Oh yeah, and ugly can also be pretty. You know what? I would really enjoy a let's say like a series of the Sam character and learning about like around the time when she left and like her journey. Once she separated herself from her family and all that.
Like a Rick Grimes thing.
Something like that. Yeah. I would love to see like a standalone. Something just on her character, because it's just with the mental illness and also like the struggle you have when you're struggling with a parent who has a certain thing about them that you hate, but at the same time it's like, I have that too sometimes, like when I think about like my parents, my parents are this and that, but I've got that and this and that as well, but I'm going to learn in a way that I can use that as something that could, I don't want to say like positive, but you still have to find yourself. And, even though you've got traits of your family, that doesn't identify you as anything. Like you have to, it's finding your own identity, your own ingredients with the shit that you're given.
Yeah, mixing and matching. She's taking what she needs from Billy, and the rest is her own. And I agree, and I think it's most important to find yourself, and it's not about good or evil, which is that's subjective.
That's stupid. Yeah.
It's subjective. I mean, I think we all have a moral. I mean, the way I look at it, we all have our own moral code, and we all decide for ourselves what we consider good and evil. But sometimes it's about rising above that code and just knowing who you are and what you're okay with. And that's what I think Sam goes through. That's the journey she goes through, is discovering herself. And whereas Sydney's was a journey of moving past that victim status, Sam's is a journey of self-discovery.
Yeah. And that's what makes an amazing character. Like that's why I like her as a character so much, because I want to know more. I wanted them to dig deeper into Sam.
And they didn't just repeat Sydney. They did their own thing. They introduced this new character, and they gave her her own little story. And,
very modern.
It's very sad that that didn't turn out for a third movie, because I feel like where 6 left off would have been a perfect chance for a continuation of that story.
And then and the group of friends got so close in the 6th one. It's just like, okay, what were they called? Like the Core 4? What were they called?
The Core 4, I believe.
Something like that. Like, that's adorable. Now what? That's gone?
I don't know. I think some of those characters are coming back. I think the twins are coming back.
Yeah, because Jenna Ortega, she is not.
No, she's
Yeah.
done, and Melissa Barrera is
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
It's a shame. I mean, we are getting Neve Campbell back, and
Yeah.
I'm happy about that because her absence in Scream 6.
There was a hole in our hearts.
It really was, and I love Scream. I mean, spoiler, I love Scream 6, but which actually that reminds me, I while you were rambling before, you know, because we're both no, I'm just kidding. I figured if I silently put Richie up here while you were talking, you just ignore it, you know. And I was right, you did.
No, I didn't, because we're still talking Scream 5. We haven't moved on yet. Oh
yeah.
Okay, if it was me, I would put Amber down where stupid Scream 3 character is. Sorry.
And then that's just not happening.
I know. Right, and then I would put Richie in the second tier. Do I find him as
where he's gone, yes.
Okay.
Because I put him up here, but of course by the rule he would go up here. He would go down here.
Yeah, just because I think mainly because I was so disappointed that he was the character, and to see him flip to someone completely different, like right at the end of the film, kind of bummed me out. Like at least with Billy, like because I liked the surprise, but there are moments like I didn't like it because like with Billy, it's like, okay, I guess I can.
He is kind of a prick.
yeah, he's a dick, you know, especially like, you know, pressuring, you know, Sydney all the goddamn time to get his dick wet. It's just like, fuck you.
Where I think Richie said it best. I know, it sucks, it's me.
Yeah.
and I remember watching that. I'm like, yeah, is he talking to me?
Yeah, he's totally talking to all of us.
But I don't know. Are you saying it's disappointing that Jack Quaid is such an incredible actor that he can show both facets so incredibly?
I love Jack Quaid. I really do. Like, I love him in The Boys.
Which I saw The Boys after this. This was my first This was my introduction to Jack Quaid, and I immediately fell in love.
I can't remember. Did The Boys come out first?
I don't know. I mean, maybe, but
I don't know. I can't remember.
First.
I feel like I might have seen.
I saw The Boys last year for the first time. That's when I watched it.
I might have seen The Boys first. So I've already kind of like knew who Jack Quaid was.
We can do our The Boys ranking.
Yeah. Oh my god. And I'm used to seeing him as Huey.
Yeah.
You know, the lovable, adorable, yet kind of the bit of the toxic masculinity type, where he wants to be the hero, and is, you know, he has his issues with, like, you know, with his girlfriend being a superhero kind of thing, and he feels like inadequate.
I don't know. I wouldn't call it toxic. I think it's just kind of old fashioned, because
I want to say like he's toxic within himself. Like
I don't
he's fucking himself over.
Huey is one of the best characters. He's one of my favorites. He's top 3 for me.
Yeah, I kind of get a little annoyed with Huey sometimes because of that. He can be kind of a man child, but he's still so charming.
He's just so lovable. He's just
so lovable.
He's the nicest guy. And this isn't. We should definitely do. If you're ever down, we should definitely do a The Boys ranking. This is supposed to be a large stream.
Well, this is supposed to be a large stream. Play the damn call, guys. Shut up.
Shut up and play the call.
Shut the fuck up, Kennedy.
But Jack Quaid, he really is. He's one of those actors. I think he kind of sneaks up on you.
Yeah. Even though he's a nepo baby, he earned his place.
He's a wonderful actor. I love him as Richie. I do love the Richie character. I put him up here. He's one of my favorites. Again, I really love this pair. I think they're an incredible team. They just feel the most like connected, where they, you know, like, again.
And they were like hooking up too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They were like together. They met on like a site.
I was so disappointed because I was also like, ah, damn, Amber, I thought you were, on the girls' team. What the fuck? Or she could have been using him.
She's bisexual. There you go.
Well, that's true. That is true.
Yeah, that's my.
Nothing wrong with that.
She has both Jay and Jane.
I identify as that, so hey.
Hey, me too.
So.
I identify as bisexual myself. I Amber's my gal, but I'd spend some time with Richie.
Richie, I don't know. I think I would be suspicious with him being so nice. I'd be like, what's wrong? What's really wrong with you? Why are you so goddamn nice? Sometimes I wonder that with Jirok. Sometimes I'm just like, what's wrong with you? I don't know.
No, my ex would probably say the same. She's like, "Why?" She used to say, "Why are you the sweetest man alive?"
Yeah, it's not normal.
You no reason. Want to see my basement?
Yeah. Oh God, and I'm calling him the weirdo, and I'm the one.
No. But in all seriousness, in all seriousness, it's how I knew I loved my ex, because she was willing to be my other ghost face. I'm like, all right, true love.
I love it. Yeah, Jirok. I guess he did like the Scream films. He hates the new ones.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely hates them.
I mean, fair enough. We're all entitled to our opinion.
Yeah, bless him. He came to the theater with me, but oh God, hearing him complain about it, I actually got annoyed. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I get it. I have my issues, but I don't know. I think
they're not perfect.
Yeah.
But I actually, this is one of those series where I do think the later sequels got better, in my opinion. And I mean, nothing tops the first one for me, but
nothing.
Honestly, I liked it more as it went along. I thought it was fun to see these characters evolve. Obviously, the main three, and then you get the new characters, and so we ranked Richie here. Let's move on. Let's go on to the actual. Let me share the movie tab. Overall, where would you rank Scream 5?
I'm gonna put it in the middle with Scream 4. That's personally where I would put it.
I'd agree, because and I can show you my official ranking later after the stream, because I'd agree. Scream 4 I would put personally up here. Scream 4 is my second favorite Scream movie. And I like Scream 5 a lot, and personally, I mean, if it was up to me, they'd all be up. They'd all be up here,
right?
But that's part of the fun.
We're really like, what's that term? Like picking at. We're really picking like hairs here. Like we're just little.
Because I said, I like all except for Scream 3. I like all these better than Scream 2. So.
Yeah. And there's things about. I mean, we talked about Scream 3, but there are things about Scream 3 that I really appreciate. But like, it was just.
Well, I mean, my biggest. My other, besides Cotton Weary, my biggest complaint was Scream 3. Roman Bridger, director. I'm sorry. Who are you?
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, what? Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't remember you. Have we met before?
Yeah, no one remembers you.
It's me, Roman.
Your brother.
Roman. I'm sorry. That's just that name. That name is not ringing a bell.
Yeah. No. Like, I wonder if that was like an actual, like an inside joke kind of thing. Like, who the fuck are you?
Sydney snaps her fingers. And then Roman gets all excited, like, oh, she remembered me. And she's like, did you deliver my mail?
Hey, give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to grab something from my purse real quick.
Yeah, no problem.
I'll be 2 seconds. I'll be back.
Man, she's got some shit takes, guys, huh? That stupid Cali and her shit takes. I tell you, man.
Okay.
I don't know why she's even here. Can you hear any of this?
Who's here?
What? No, I said this shit Callie and her stupid takes, guys. I don't know.
know.
Oh, hey, Callie.
Hey, yeah. Yeah. Did you know that I was able to hear you the whole time?
Oh. Well, I gotta go, guys. I was born in '95, Johnny, Utah. So I mean, yeah, technically, sure.
Yeah.
5 years of the '90s. I mean, mid '90s, yeah. I'd say I'm a '90s kid. Why not?
Yeah, for sure. It's better than Jirok. He was born in '89, and he's like, "I'm an '80s baby." I'm like, "No, you're fucking not."
89, we got Batman, and we got Friday the 13th Part 8. Okay, we got Jason takes Manhattan. I mean, Jason takes the cruise ship on its way.
Yes.
Which a lot of people don't like that movie. I love it.
I do too.
It's so much fun.
It was the first Friday the 13th movie I've seen. The very first.
It had like a weak start, but after that, it just gets better and better as you go. And you're like, wow. But then again, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No. The concept that they brought with Jason being scared of water, a lot of people didn't like that. I thought it was interesting.
I just kind of saw it more as like, you know, he was drowning. You know?
Yeah, like I'd be fucking terrified of water if I drowned.
You know, he never seemed to like water, but I don't know. I would say he was afraid. I would just think he was afraid of drowning, which is very valid.
Yeah, and they carried it on. They carried it on. Freddy versus Jason.
Well, Jason Goes to Hell totally just skips right over his death in number 8.
Yeah, it's not the one where the glove, because Freddy versus Jason now was supposed to happen like a decade before it actually happened or something.
Yeah, it was in '93. Jason Goes to Hell. I want to say. I think it was '93 because that's when because like the movies for the longest time they were coming out like a year after the other, and then there was just gaps.
Boom, boom, yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, but you know, but a lot of people hated Jason, the New Beginning, which was 5. It was like a love it, you either love it or hate it kind of deal. I loved that. I'm like, oh. I mean, to each his own. But yeah, no, Scream 5. I mid tier is fine.
Yeah, it was for me. It was a refreshing take. I love that we had our core 3, even though, God damn it, they we lost one, which it was bound to happen at some point. You know, if they're going to keep doing this, you know, they're not superheroes, but
no.
God damn it! Honestly, I would have been. You're not going to like this, but I would have been fine if it was Gale and not Dewey.
I understand. I understand what you're saying because
so lovable.
Dewey is really, and I remember last stream, like I said, this latest viewing, I really fell in love with Dewey. He became like my rock, and he does feel.
He was the rock.
He's your rock. He's the guy that you could go to, and I love in Scream 5. Scream 5 is, funny enough, maybe my favorite Dewey because he's in the lowest point of his life.
Broken.
He's a broken man. But even in that state he's in, he never stops trying to do right. And I love that he has Gale in his favorites, you know, and he's just still trying to look out for her. He's still trying to look out for Sydney. Don't come here. And Sydney's like, well, I'm not coming here. And then when he dies, she's like, well, I guess I'm coming there.
Yeah. Well, it's just that relationship.
Yeah. This felt like such a Oh well, Johnny Utah, I
Uh-oh.
disagree immensely. I mean,
Ooh,
I mean,
Johnny.
I mean, Gail had wonderful character development. It was a bit more subtle, I think.
She was slow and steady.
The thing with Gail is that her character development started in Scream 2 because in the first one she was who she was and she wanted her story. I'm sorry, I'm giving a quick crash course to Johnny Utah here because he needs it evidently. Then in Scream 2 she started to realize, hey, maybe there's more to life than my job and my career and myself.
And
I
my
like
calves.
Dewey. Maybe I could have bangs. Maybe there's Dewey.
Red streaks. Yeah, let me get some calf implants.
And then Scream 3, maybe we have a partnership. And then Scream 4. All right, I settled in life. I settled, and look where that got me. I feel like I'm in the middle of an island, and there's no progression for me.
I do like Scream 4 Gale because she was in a bit of a lull, and I mean, I'm not as big of a Gale fan as you are, but I liked that she
obviously
did get. I liked that change with her, and then at the end of the day, Gale is Gale, and she went out and at the end of the day, she did sacrifice her career for Dewey for a certain amount of time, but Dewey didn't last as long when he went with Gale for her career. He just kind of bailed.
Yeah. Which that was kind
sad.
of. I feel like that was kind of messy how they kind of presented that. They could there could have been more Dewey and Gale. There should have been like in like a perfect cut of Scream 5. There's a flashback sequence between the two of them, like of what happened. Just a little something.
Yeah.
Because they had like the one scene and then Dewey died. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Well, because art imitated life. And I remember hearing backstage when what happened backstage or behind the camera, sorry, when Courtney Cox and David Arquette had their first scene together. That was like the first time they really like spoke. They're co-parents and all that, but one of the first takes, it was so emotional, they couldn't get through it because this was almost like their life. I mean, minus the killing and all that, but it's them being, to say, co-people. What does that say? It's like Ron Burgundy say that? I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
But they have to work together in this universe. There's still love there, but there's a reason that they separated, and
their chemistry is still
the
off
chemistry
the
is it's still off the charts. So it ended up working out,
and that's the thing. Like I'll take it. Overall,
yeah, I'll take
we still got a wonderful scene between the two.
Yeah, and at least
you were a lot of things. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and the fact that they were mature enough to be yeah, this film is very important to so many people. Yeah, we're still doing this. I think even Courtney Cox said she doesn't care how much money they would give her. She would return as Gale any day.
She, from what I heard, she basically saved the production of Scream 7 because it was important. She wanted it to happen, and I like seeing there's just so much passion for that, and I just I and that's the beauty. I love what she says to do. You're a lot of things, but you are not a coward.
Yeah.
Because that's him being down on himself, and I love that Gail is mature enough at that moment to say, wherever we left it, even though you weren't ready, you just weren't cut out for it. That doesn't make you a coward, and that doesn't mean I love you any less. It's just we're just not meant to be together like that, you know.
In that, yeah.
Yeah, so I thought it was a kind of a really beautiful moment, even though
Yeah.
it was just that one scene. And
Yeah.
I just can't help it. I mean, any scene
Yeah.
where it's just Dewey and Gail
Yeah.
being
They,
with each other.
they acknowledge the fact that they are very important people in their lives, but not in the way that they thought, but they're glad that they have each other.
Yeah. I mean, he watches her show every morning.
Oh God.
No, I always feel she
He's
gets
so
mad at him.
proud of her.
Text message.
A text message.
But so Johnny Utah, he makes a point, to an extent, I agree. Her personality doesn't really change that much, but why would you want it to? In my opinion, because here's the thing, I feel there's a difference between a bad character and a character who doesn't change. A lot of people expect characters to change, right? You can't be a good character if you're not changing constantly, or you're not changing throughout the story. I disagree with that. There are characters who don't change all that much, or maybe their character development happens really early on.
Later, they're late bloomers.
I mean, one of my favorite, I won't go too much into it, but one of my favorite series, Naoki Urasawa's Monster, the main character, he doesn't really change that much throughout the story. And it's fine. It's not that type of story. He's just that type of person where he's strong in his convictions. He knows what he wants out of life, and he does his best to make other people's lives better. And that's fine. That doesn't make him a lesser character. I just feel like a lot of people have that mindset, and I think it's kind of sad. I think you're missing out on some good characters. Gail, I admit that she's not like a character who changes as much as some other characters, but she's still my favorite. And I mean, I love her, seeing her in every movie. It's like I've said, I want to see her wheelchair away as a 90-year-old woman from Ghostface, you know, still kicking ass and taking names. I mean, Ghostface sets off a nuclear bomb and Gail's the only survivor.
Oh my God. Yeah, she's the one who like decodes it or something.
No, the bomb goes off, everybody dies, and Gail's the only survivor.
But Gail. Oh, okay.
Sydney. We can let Sydney.
Sydney can stay. Yeah,
Sydney can live.
I feel like with characters though, like there's a difference between change and growth. Like I don't really see like Gail definitely didn't change, but there definitely was growth, because it's very hard to change. It's very difficult to change a person, but I think growing is more, I guess, like admirable or more adult.
Yeah,
that's like the most like adult thing you can do is just like
I agree.
Grow, because like if you think you're done growing, then in my opinion, like if I am still not learning something while I'm on this earth, like I might as well just say see ya. Because
I agree.
If you don't think you have anything else to learn in life, then boring.
Yeah, boring.
Boring.
I love in Scream 1. Boring. No, I agree. I feel like every year I want to grow a little bit more, but without changing who I am as a person.
Yeah,
I think that's a beautiful way to put it, Callie.
Absolutely.
I agree.
I agree too. Thank you.
You agree with yourself. Wow, Callie, you made a wonderful point. I agree. I did make a wonderful point.
I could.
See, this is why you're my co-host. This is why I love hanging out with you.
Yeah, it's good. But okay, I'm thinking. Okay, so with Scream 5 or Scream, whatever the fuck. Because we talked about Dewey, we talked a little bit about the other two. Mm-hmm. Is there something you wish you saw? I mean, I'm sure we all did wish that we can see more of, but were you hoping for anything else that would happen with the core characters, because pretty much they kind of just like show up and like save the day, which is great.
Yeah, it's fun because I think the last stream, it was a lot more streamlined. We kept on topic a lot more, and this stream, which has been great. I've been really enjoyed this candid conversation. We've kind of been jumping all over the place, and it is really fun because that's how I am. I just jump all over the goddamn place, and
I do too.
I love that you kind of have that same energy, so it never feels like awkward. It always just kind of feels fun, and like that's what I want out of this. So I will say, I there are the new cast of characters, and one of my favorites out of that was Wes. I would have loved to have seen more Wes.
Oh, you liked Wes?
I thought he was one of my he was definitely one of my favorite new characters.
He was so genuine.
He was such a sweet kid.
Such a sweetheart.
Dylan Minnette, I believe, is the actor.
He was
I love
in
the way he played
13
him.
Reasons Why.
Yeah. I haven't seen that show, but
so dark.
I really like his acting in this movie. I think it feels, like you said, genuine. I love his relationship with his mom. It's you can tell these two they get each other. They get along. They love each other, and it is nice seeing that because with so many movies and shows and books and stuff, you see like the son who doesn't get along with his mom, and it's just so nice to have like a break from that and just see this like mom-son duo that like, okay, these two love each other, and they're it's like these two like have their Friday night movie nights.
Yeah, it was really fun to see more of Judy Hicks than just the kind of like the doopy deputy who has a thing for Dewey and the lemon and the joke about the lemon squares in the fifth one.
More lemon squares in the fridge.
I was a little sad to see her go because
I agree with both of them.
She's a tough cookie. And what I did enjoy about the West character, it was a different take on when you think of like Hitchcock and Psycho with like the shower scene.
Yeah.
And it was like completely like gender swapped, and I just thought that was nice to see because it's usually, the female, oh, she's taking a shower and she's doing a little thing, or she's moving around, and then all of those fake outs that they did with him.
Fake outs. They did so many, and it was beautiful. And I was like I remember the first time I was watching it, and of course you don't know what's going to happen the first time, and I was on the edge because I'm like, oh my god, so far out of like the group of friends, him and Amber are my favorite. I don't want either of them to die. I'm like, and so when they kill Officer Judy or Sheriff Judy.
She was Sheriff Judy, yeah. She was like, the sheriff.
Okay, they already killed her. Maybe they'll spare Wes. Maybe this will be an arc where he tries to avenge his mom, and he survives to the end. Maybe we'll get that, and then they kill him. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, he's a death I really didn't understand. I just didn't think. I mean, I guess maybe because he might have been, I hate to say like the weaker of the bunch, but I don't know. I was sad.
He just seemed like the guy that if he saw you getting beat up by the bully, and you got your lunch money stolen, he'd be the guy that gives you half his sandwich.
Yeah, or he would like sacrifice himself, like, "Hey, beat me up."
Yeah, or thing. I don't know if you ever saw Lost, like Jack Shepherd, where he. I don't know. Did you ever see Lost?
I never watched Lost.
Definitely recommend it. It's not a heavy spoiler, but there's a great scene near the beginning of the show where it's a flashback for Jack, the main character, and he takes on a much bigger bully just to defend this weak kid, and the bully's like, "Stay down, Jack," and Jack just stands up because there's no other option. He's just gonna have to stand up and take that punch. That's just who he is. And Wes seems like that kid where it's like, I don't care if you're bigger and stronger than me. If you're messing with somebody who doesn't deserve it, I'm just gonna
and who can't like defend themselves. Yeah.
Plus, I think he like had a crush on Tara, so I'm like, hey man,
Oh, absolutely.
relatable, relatable, King.
Yeah. Oh, he's like the little hopeless romantic.
Yeah, man. So I would have liked to see more Wes. I would have loved to see more of Amber. I would have liked to seen her relationship with Tara a bit more. I feel like the actors had this sort of like chemistry where I was like, yeah, I could kind of see this. She has the inhaler, the spare inhaler at her house. Like
Oh
it's
God,
just
that
kind of
was...
like it's like the little hints that you're like, oh yeah, there might be like something beyond their friendship,
Yeah,
or
for
at the
sure.
least there's the friendship there. Tara does seem really fucked up about Amber being the killer.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, like, how could you do that to me, girl?
I mean, like Amber was like her best friend, but also like a substitute sister in a way.
Yeah, no, I
While
agree.
Sam was gone.
Oh, and hey, Scorpion's Blade, I love your Persona
Hey,
4 thing there. You Narukami there. That's very nice.
I did see a little. I love From
I
Johnny
didn't like
Utah.
that, but I do like Harold Parent. Wonderful.
Oh, I I've only seen season 1 and maybe parts of season 2 because I don't have. You have to have like MGM or something. I really want to watch more of that show, but it has to be like available on Prime again for me to like finish it because I really, really do like that show.
Yeah,
It's cool.
I think I've like heard of it, but I never checked it out. I'm so bad
It's
at like watching new stuff, but I'm trying.
no, you were trying, which is awesome. And just put it on the list, and who knows? By the time you watch it, the whole series will be
Well,
available.
that's another thing, and I fucked myself with The Boys because
Mm.
I watched it last year. I binged it, and now I gotta wait. I was watching season 4 as it came out,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm like, now I gotta wait for season 5,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I'm killing myself here. I'm like, oh, this sucks. Jake give 2 rides. Sorry, that's a Twin Peaks reference.
All right. Do we have anything else to say about Scream 5?
Well, yeah. What would you have liked to have seen more of?
I think I definitely would have liked to have seen more of the relationships. I kind of feel like they did establish, like with the new group, the new batch, that who they were to each other. But I wish I got to see a little more
Yeah.
of their relationships. Not too much. I didn't need like a after school special of all of them, but there was a part of me that's kind of like, okay, well, I don't know. Maybe because
No, I agree. It needed more.
there was something that I got from the first Scream that I just didn't get from this one.
Yeah, I think to compare, I think Scream set it up beautifully and it
Mhm.
executed it beautifully. I feel like Scream 5 set up a good amount of things, and then the execution, for the most part, in my opinion, it was good, but it could have been great if they gave a little bit more of the characters. I
Yeah.
just feel like we needed a little bit more of that friend group, because Scream 1 gives you so much of that friend group. You get to see them
Just
interact. Like you get to
something
see
about
Randy
it.
interact with Billy and Stu. You get to see Sydney and
Yeah.
Tatum. You get to see Stu and Tatum. You just get to see these people interacting with each other. Billy and Sydney, of course. Scream 5, you don't really get to see all these characters interact.
Not as much.
Not as much. It's still there. Needed a little bit more, in my opinion. But
I did that
overall,
with Yellow Jackets. I do have Yellow Jackets on my queue. I do want to watch that one because I hear great things about that show.
yeah, I've never seen that.
Trudy or Trudy or Judy? Or you said Jade? Who the fuck?
Jade.
I'll need From. I need to remember. It's been forever. I mean, I fucking love the older lady. God, I'm gonna need to like rewatch From because
Yeah, I'll have to
it's
check it
fucking
out.
interesting.
I
It's
do like
really interesting.
I
I
do
think
like Carol Perrineau, and check out Lost. It's great.
you know what? I'm just gonna tell you straight out. I will never watch Lost.
Oh,
I'm being honest.
oh.
Just being honest. It's
Wait,
just one of those shows.
is there a reason there?
You're gonna think it's really stupid.
Oh,
So I'm gonna just be like, yeah, it's stupid.
all right.
It's just something I just won't.
Hey, fair enough.
Is it weird that it has something to do with an X?
Hey, no, I mean
Donna.
that's fine.
That's so stupid, right? But it's just one of those
No,
things.
no, I mean it's a personal thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Fair enough. You're entitled to that. Your feelings are valid. That was my TED Talk.
That was your TED. Yes, thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Yeah, Johnny, I need to rewatch season 1 and see where I can watch it for free. Dropped Walking Dead because of yeah, you get it. Sometimes it's just one of those things, you know. Certain movies, certain shows remind you of like some ex, and it's just like,
Well, if a movie reminded you of Joran, would you watch it?
Well,
the Joran sigh.
I definitely I hate The Room more because of Joran. Like, not that I ever thought it was like a great movie anyway, but it, you know, had its cute little funny moments. But now I'm just like, ew, I hate it because Joran likes it so goddamn much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. It's been a while since I saw it, but I like The Room.
Yeah. You're my favorite customer.
Thanks a lot. Bye. Oh, hey, I'm very busy. What's going on?
Yeah,
Look, Cali, we'll talk about it later. I told you I'm very busy.
So how's your sex life?
Can't talk about it? Why not?
It's just, yeah, it's just, maybe I would watch fuck James Franco, but the James Franco movie is somewhat interesting, but yeah, I just feel like The Room is just, no more. I'm done.
No, I got you.
Thanks
do you want to do the wheel?
Yeah, let's do the wheel.
Let's do the wheel. I'm sharing the screen this time because last time I forgot to do that at the first time I did it, and we got Kennedy. We did for the most part, but that first time when we cast Kennedy and nobody could see. So, who should we do next? We got
Gail and.
Do we want to do a jock? Do we
a jock?
We gotta have a jock. We gotta have like the twin in Scream 5 and 6. Who I like. I like that character, by the way.
I do like the twins.
I do. I like the twins.
I love that the actress. You know, we have to say this honorable mention. The actress who was Randy's sister in Scream 3 came back as the mom of the twins.
Yes.
Adorable.
5. Yeah.
Fucking
she
adorable.
looked like the same.
The exact same. Hasn't aged. And there's this huge photo of Randy in like the living room or something.
So even Randy was in the movie. It's great.
He was even there.
I mean, hey, Randy lives on, man.
Forever. He's forever in our hearts, even if he did hate showgirls.
So yeah, let's cast the jock. Why not? We've got some names here left. Let's do it.
If it's me, I'm gonna be very upset. Voice to voice!
Voice to voice. I don't know if you're still here, buddy, but you are officially in our movie as the jock.
You are the jock. Yes.
Yeah.
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 HBO.
But he was upset about Nuggets getting a role. So
He was.
there you
But
go. Man.
voice to voice, you're in the cast. You're
You're
cat.
in the
You
cast.
are.
You're the
Yes.
jock, and you might even live. You might even survive the movie. So
Yeah.
we've got the jock voice to voice. Congratulations.
Love it.
Let's do one more before we move on to Scream 6. If that's okay.
Who are we?
So we still got Sydney. We've got the killer.
The main killer.
Who else? I feel like we're missing somebody.
Or some type of
how
trope.
about the red herring?
The red herring. Yes.
Gotta have the red herring. So
Perfect.
that guy. Who is going to be the red herring? Let's find out. Oh my god!
Hey!
It's Cali. You are the red herring. Cali's a red herring. It's Patrick.
That's the perfect role for me.
Congratulations! I'm glad
you.
you're happy with the.
I'm very happy.
I'm happy with we both, and go figure. You and I, we both got a place in this.
We did.
I mean, I've gotten my dream casting. I really have. I've gotten my dream casting. I wouldn't change it. So that leaves the survivor, and that leaves the killer. So
yeah.
You know what?
What?
Do you want to save those last two for after Scream 6?
Yes. Let's save those for the end.
The two main roles.
Right? Yeah.
So
the stars.
The stars, right? So that leads us on to the film. Why don't we just jump right in to Scream 6? And I'll just go right up here. I love Scream 6.
Really?
I do. I
you
like.
Were like kind of like.
I like 4 better.
Mm.
Scream 6 is my third, though. Scream 6 for me. And when I first saw it, I liked 5 better. But on my rewatch, I like 6 better because, as I was kind of alluding to with 5, 6 is kind of like, feels like a 2-parter. It kind of takes what 5 sets up and it just does a better job with the characters, especially Sam. It gives her a lot more that I like. Melissa Barrera is in top form in this movie, and 6 just feels like a really fun movie. It's fun, but it's also really it's got some dark kills. Annika's kill.
It is the kills are pretty dark. How did you feel about the change of location?
I liked New York City. I was definitely a fan of the New York City. I mean, they it's like, instead of Jason takes Manhattan, it's Ghostface takes. I forgot which part of the city, but he takes New York City, and he's actually there for the entire movie. So that's a plus.
Yeah. I felt that was. I'm like iffy about that because because they did it in Scream 2. They changed locations. It wasn't at Woodsboro. It was at the college.
Well, now there was Scream 3, though.
Yeah, huh?
Now there was Scream 3, though.
Oh, that's right. Scream 3 was in Hollywood.
Well,
I'm just for I just see it following a sort of formula like Scream, like the second one. I'm considering this like these last 2 as like the first 2 of this new.
Well, yeah. So
franchise.
It does follow that. It takes you out of Woodsboro.
It does.
The second one does.
Yeah, and New York is very interesting. Which is I spent 2 years of my life in college living in New York City, so I understand what it's like to live there when you are a college student. So I don't know.
Oh, that's a good point. Scorpion Blade. Sorry, go.
What'd they say?
3 felt like
Woodsboro. Yeah.
Yeah, there's the set, which I like that sequence. That was a pretty cool chase sequence.
Yeah, because wasn't that was like stab whatever back to Woodsboro?
Yeah, which Roman didn't even want to direct.
No, he didn't.
Mm.
But yeah, I thought the new location was interesting because it takes everyone is almost like everyone's a fish out of water.
Yeah,
in this.
yeah. You get Sam's therapy scene at the beginning, which I love because she lays it all out, and then she's like, "Well, I can sign up for this." She's like, "You gotta go."
It's like,
oh my god!
I'm so glad that therapist got fucking killed. I'm sorry. Like, this poor girl is like pouring her heart out to you, trying to find a solution to what is going on with her and her life, and he is just like, get the fuck out. Like, I bet he did read the like the internet of what was being said about Sam's character.
Maybe started reading. He started reading Gail's
or book. Gail's book, yeah, because Gail did not help there.
No, I love that bit. She's like, in Scream 5, I'm not gonna write a book about this.
Bullshit.
I'm gonna let these fuckers die in anonymity. And then Scream 6, you
Bullshit.
wrote the book. And
I
then
mean,
they try to punch her, and she's like, "Ha, I've been there before." And then she gets punched by Tara. that was funny. I love Gail. I mean, you're gonna be surprised. I kind of loved Gail in this movie.
No, Gail was great. She was fine. I guess it's another thing with like what Johnny Utah was saying. Like she really doesn't change.
I feel like it's more like a relapse. Kind of like an addict.
You think like a full-on relapse or just a lapse?
I just feel like she's got that. No, I just feel like a full-on. She's got that nature. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like an alcoholic who knows they like alcohol, and they're like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna keep drinking." I'm, but like do it like responsibly in a way. Like kind of like
I'll be a functioning alcoholic.
Yeah, no, kind of like. Like, hey, look, I'm going to set some boundaries. I'm not going to drink and drive, right? I'm not going to go out. But every night, I'm going to be at home and I'm going to be drinking. And that's just the way it's going to be because that's the way I want it to be. Mm-hmm. And I feel like with Gail, it's kind of like an addict who's finally gotten to that point where she's just like, well, Dewey's dead. I've always got the story. And she's got her, piece of arm candy. the much younger man
who didn't do a damn thing.
No, he got killed. But she was great. I this movie did give us a chance to see Gail's resourcefulness. How she was able to find the secret lair.
Yeah,
for the
because
killer.
She really didn't get to interact with Ghostface.
No.
In any of the films, really. Like she didn't really talk to him on the phone. Did she?
She didn't really get to do much in Scream 5. No. In Scream 6 though, she got that.
Yeah, I'm just thinking with like all the other films, she never got a phone call.
She never got. No, you're right. Because they even lampshade that in Scream 6, where funny enough, I think this is the first time we're talking like this, and he's like, I love that, and it led to a really interesting conversation. It's one of my favorite conversations because they're like, with all the theories, I think you being the killer is one of the more believable ones. Mm-hmm. It was obviously never going to be Sydney, and Dewey never made any sense. But I could see you as a killer, Gail.
Honestly, I mean, even with like Johnny Utah saying her personality is consistent with her line of work, but like I actually could, out of the three, I could see Gail being a killer because she's so hungry for her. She's so hungry for her career that when the well starts to dry, like who else is gonna fill it but her?
Yeah, and from like a personal standpoint, I'm like, no, it's never going to be Gail. But out of the three of them, like it would be, if one of them was going to be the killer, it would be Gail. It would never be Sydney, and it would never be Dewey.
No.
But I'm having like a mini syllable attack here. No. Plus, you get Gail. I love where she's like, "Could you hold for a moment?" And Gail's like, "What?" She like redials him so she can see his location. Hear the phone ring. She
Wait, what?
she shoots the killer. One of the three killers, because this movie has
Oh God, don't
three killers.
Oh
This
God.
movie, they were like they learned their, not only did they learn their lesson from Scream 3, but
They double down.
they doubled down. They're like, "Fuck it, we're doing three killers," and I'm
Fuck it.
honestly, I'm all for it. I was like, hey, it's actually technically there's 5 killers, because there's the two
That's
shitheads
right.
at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah,
which
yeah. What did
was
you
pretty interesting too. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
hold that thought? I really do want to talk about the cold opening. I actually am going to grab a beer really quick because I'm like really getting into this. I'm feeling really like bro, like film bro. I feel like we're like the film bros right
Hey,
now.
no, I go for it.
Give me like 2 seconds. I won't
Yeah,
go on
sure.
mute so you can, and I
Yeah,
can hear you.
I'm gonna go
But don't
grab my
talk
whiskey
shit.
bottle.
Film bros. Okay, I'm back.
Oh yeah, that's true, Johnny Utah. If you count Billy's the hallucination, which I absolutely do. So there's 6 killers in this movie.
Yes. So, what did you think about the cold opening? I thought it was perfect casting to put Samara Weaving as the first kill, like in the opening.
Yeah,
It's funny. Her name was Laura Crane.
This was.
Because she's.
I'm trying to think of all the cold openings, and I'd say this is either my second or third favorite cold opening.
Yeah, I think because like.
Because I like 5. 5's had a really solid cold opening.
Yes, yeah. So we both mentioned we did like that, and it was a nice little like twist. I feel like for me, like if Samara Weaving would be my Drew Barrymore, because like I know more of her work. She's one of my favorite recent like scream queens.
Oh, okay.
She's she's an amazing actress.
Gotcha.
So gotcha.
Clackety clackety clack.
Oh shit.
Not paying attention to
just
my screen partner, just looking at the chat. Oh, fucking hilarious.
And the whole like the online dating was brought into it, which was something that we haven't seen in this franchise, and it's such a huge online dating's been a huge thing for like the past like 10 plus years. But the fact that I liked the twist that we like, oh shit, wait, we know who these guys are already.
Yeah, he takes off the mask, and you're like,
my God,
shit, because it's not unique to see Ghostface at the beginning of your movie. That's how these movies start. But what is unique is Ghostface taking off his mask. Holy shit, what is going on? I'm like, so we know the killer already? Wow. I'm like, I mean, I guess there's going to be 2 killers. There's always 2 killers except for Scream 3. So
yeah.
I all right, wow. And then
she got catfished to death.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
she was wonderful.
She was wonderful, but like I don't know. Like I guess it makes sense that she was a film teacher, like in the slasher era, but the character who killed like made sense. Like, how are you teaching a course when you know not to go down a dark street to find pretty much a blind date?
Yeah, I think that it really comes down to, it's like, it's one of those things you never expect it, right? To be a real situation, right? Because who expects they're living in a slasher movie? I think most people, they don't. But I mean, it's one of the things I always liked about Billy in the first movie, was because he always had the slasher film comparisons, and Sydney was like, "This is real life, though. This isn't a movie." And Billy had the perfect response. And I think the way Billy does in that regard, I agree. Life is one big movie. You just don't get to pick your genre.
You don't get to pick your genre. You don't get to pick your role.
Yeah. Why couldn't I be in a Meg Ryan movie? Or even a good porno?
What?
I love Billy. Billy's like, what?
Yeah, very. Ooh.
Wait, you mean not only am I gonna get to kill you later, I get to fuck you first? What?
Yeah.
No, nothing.
You heard me. Damn, Sydney. Jeez.
Yeah, man, she was thirsty.
She was ready.
Hey, man, I don't blame her. Skeet Ulrich, man.
Oh God, I mean, same, right?
I forgot to mention. I don't want to like take away from Scream 6, but Scream 1, one of my favorite. It had Republica's Drop Dead Gorgeous playing, which I love that song. And it's, I know my ex-boyfriend lies. He does it every time. It's just his permanent disguise, but he's Drop Dead Gorgeous. And I'm like, that song perfectly mirrors Sydney and Billy and their relationship.
Absolutely.
He's just a very beautiful, handsome man, and he's lying. So,
and it's such a huge part of growing up too. Just dating someone who has a bit of a mystery. They've got kind of like the bad boy, bad gal, like kind of allure to them. Like I don't know, like not like I've gone through bad partner phases, but so it's relatable.
Sure. I mean, no, and that's an interesting perspective, because I don't have that perspective. I've only ever been in one relationship, and overall it was a positive relationship. It just it just didn't work for reasons. But
fine. I'm just speaking as a slut.
No, that's fine. Oh man, so we should have cashed as the blonde bimbo, but
probably.
Well.
Yeah. Except I would survive.
Yeah, you wouldn't try to crawl through the cat door.
Nope.
Please don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. I want to be in the sequel.
I would totally say that, but then I would kick his ass.
Yeah, you would be in the sequel. Yeah. No, well, it's my movie. I'm directing, so
yeah, exactly.
You get to be in the sequel.
I'm the red herring, so
you're the red herring, and the red herring survives.
I can easily.
And we're not. Don't worry. We're not going to cotton. We're not going to cotton weary you.
Yeah, don't cotton weary me, please. That's all I ask.
No, I would never do that.
Poor fucking.
I hate that shit so much. One of the best characters just wasted. Wasted. No, so that opening for Scream 6 though is great. It's a solid way to start your film. It's interesting because you get to see this perspective. You get to, for all intents and purposes, you get to follow the killer in their process for the first time too, because you never get to see that process from the killer's perspective. You always see it from the victims. So it's very interesting it harkens back to Friday the 13th Part 1, which is one of the reasons I love that movie so much. Is Friday the 13th Part 1 is from the killer's perspective. A lot of the time you get to see Mrs. Voorhees' POV.
Yeah, and you don't get to see that very often.
No, it's very voyeuristic, and I like that as well. I don't know if that says anything about me, but
voyeuristic intentions.
But that is very interesting in Scream 6, because they are the killers, but they're also the victim, the first
Fucking
victim.
dumbasses.
Yeah, they're stupid fuck.
I love it. I feel like that they felt that they were so smart.
I don't know who the actor is though who plays the guy, the killer that we get to see, but I really liked his performance. I thought for the short time he had, he brought a lot of fun energy. So great job, my man.
Yeah, part of me got like a little bit of like Charlie vibes.
Yeah,
Maybe just a little bit, because I can see him as being kind of like the sweet one.
Hey man, you don't bring up Charlie to me. I wanted to top tier him, and you fucking. Oh well, he did for pussy. Bullshit, he did.
Yeah,
Bullshit, he did. He did it. He did it out of love. He did it out of love, you cynical bastard.
I mean, there's no lie there. But yeah, because we didn't get to meet the other guy, but
No. He got Friday the 13th Part 2.
He totally did. And I thought that was and I love, what did he say? There was a line. He's like, "Hey man, I thought we were gonna ghost face each other, or we weren't gonna."
We weren't gonna, yeah.
Whatever he said. Like
Yeah.
It just sounded very like, okay, that is something. Because I remember when Scream came out, I don't know how, I don't remember, but if I brought this up on my last stream, but my group of friends, this fucking ass, I swear to God, he was probably like the original troll on this planet. He was,
don't want to be a troll.
Yeah, he didn't say he was going to be a troll, but he would call us on our landline, and he had something to make his voice sound like the Ghostface killer.
Roger Jackson's voice.
Yeah. I don't know what this was the 90s, like late 90s.
This is either Ghostface or Mojo Jojo.
Yeah, pretty much. And I don't Powerpuff Girls wasn't around then, so there was only one option. I was like, God damn it, Josh.
Oh man,
you're such a prick, and you would always do that.
Oh man.
Anywho, I did think that I do like when they change things up.
Yeah,
and I do love certain formulas that they stick to, but I get pleasantly surprised when I see something that I wasn't expecting.
I guess for me, to sum it up, and obviously we'll go more in depth, but if I had to like sum up for me Scream 6 and the most recent viewing in particular, because it was only the second time I'd seen the movie too, so this is the movie I've seen least.
Same.
It really just kind of hammered in for me. Like, I had a really fun time with it. For me, it just feels, it has like the fun element of Scream 3, like where Scream 3 for me is like the party movie I'd put on.
A bit of camp.
Yeah, but it just executes its story so much better than Scream 3 did. It has more than one killer, unlike Scream 3, which makes sense because some of the shit that's going on, you need multiple killers. I really liked having a third killer. I thought that was really neat. 6 movies in, I'm like, wow, you guys went an extra mile. I like the kills. I thought the boyfriend character was pretty cool for Sam there. I liked their little relationship. I thought it was a healthy. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yes, like you were saying, it was very healthy.
Yeah.
And
I like that he trusted her.
He trusted her. He, which we didn't get to, wasn't a thing in Scream 1, but, she set boundaries.
Yeah.
That this guy was like, okay, cool.
Yeah. I love in the end of the movie where she's like, you can't come with me because you're either the killer or you're going to be killed. And he's like, I trust you. I love you. I'll be here for you when this is over.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that's the guy, man.
That's the guy.
I'm like, he's like, I'm like, he ain't the killer. I knew right there that I'm like, this guy ain't the killer.
Yeah. I guess we really didn't. Did we? do a moment of like what our favorite kill was in each film?
We did that in the first stream.
In the first stream, yeah.
But I don't think we did that for every screen
No.
movie though.
I'm just thinking like the moment that I liked the most in this one was the ladder.
Yeah.
When they were going across from one apartment building to the other.
That was horrifying.
That was terrifying. Like I was on like the edge of my seat, and I can totally see I can see it as something that I would have done when I was that age. Yeah. Totally stupid, but you do what you got to do. I don't know. Like it was, because buildings are, they were so close together. It's like, why the fuck not?
Well, they had to get out of there. So it's just one of those things. It's like, you don't have a choice. Yeah. I mean, I lost my train of thought.
Well, whoever is paying for that goddamn apartment, no college student can afford that. So
yeah, you want to do you want to do favorite kills. For this one, it's not a kill actually because he survives, but I always love the two ghost face stabbing of what's his name? Chad. Right, yeah, Chad, the Chad. And he gets he's the man. I love him. But when he gets double stabbed by the twin ghost faces, I thought that was visually pleasing. Like not because like I wanted to see this character die because
right.
Poor guy, but it was such a cool sequence because they stab him together in sequence, like just as one.
And there was
both
like
sides, and he is fucked up.
And there was like more to the character because Jenna Ortega's character and him, they were
had a relationship.
They were starting to connect, so it was just like
the first movie, Scream 5 established these characters, so that Scream 6 could fly with these characters. In my opinion, it really gave them. When they wipe Johnny Utah, they wipe the blood off. Jenna Ortega is standing there in fucking shock and horror. I mean, it's just a great sequence. Ultimately, it's not a kill, but I remember that moment stood out to me the first time. I'm like, oh my god! I'm like, that's so wonderful. Ghostface with a shotgun is pretty great.
What? Holy shit! And you're talking about the convenience store.
Yes.
Moment, right? Yes. Like that was different.
Yeah.
And really fucking terrifying because A, like it's Scream and you see the ghost face, and then B, you're at a convenience store in New York City. Any convenience store, whatever. Anyone can walk in with a fucking gun and be like, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, sure.
But like something about combining those two was just like, I don't know what about it, but it was just so shocking to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? I don't know.
Oh yeah, that would make sense. Scorpion's Blade. They did that in the first Scream movie. Stu Macher famously did it. After he killed air quotes Billy. But all the memorabilia, Johnny Utah, exactly. Also, this movie brought back one of the best characters, Kirby Reed. I believe is her last name.
Yes,
and
Kirby.
Used her beautifully, in my opinion. I mean,
I wanted more.
I wanted more, yes, but I was happy with what we got.
Yeah,
they were kind of trying to play up the.
She was like the red. Was she
the red herring? She was the red herring, like you.
Yeah.
And you are kind of similar. You're both badass
for sure.
But I mean, I never believed she was the killer.
No,
I also didn't suspect the cop, though. I will say that I did not expect the cop. So the movie did kind of surprise me with some of it.
It surprised me. I'm trying to think of who.
Show the killer tab here.
Who I thought was the killer, but I think for me, I well, secretly, like everyone else, probably, I was hoping for a Stu return. Oh, the Stu is Stu! That's what I was kind
Scream
of
7.
hoping. But, yep, there's still Scream 7. I was hoping for someone to come back from a longer past.
Yeah,
Not-
I wanted to see my wife Amber come back.
I mean, like something.
No,
Because I will say, I'm gonna say right off the bat, these 3 are my least favorite killers. I was so disappointed.
So I will say, out of all 3 of them, I did suspect Bailey. I suspected her at the beginning of the movie, and then she like died, and I'm like, oh, maybe it's not her, but maybe it is. I don't know. For these guys, I'm not as passionate. I like them as killers. I personally I mid-tier 2 of them. I like Ethan a lot. I think I'd put him top tier just because I like his energy. I like the fact that throughout the whole movie, I honestly was kind of on his side. I felt bad for him because they're like lambasting him the entire movie. We don't trust you. You're obviously the killer. And he's just standing there all derpy, like, oh
yeah, like, oh, no one's gonna suspect him. Yeah, he's the derp. He's the derp to derp.
I kind of hope he is the killer at this point, because I'm gonna be so fucked off if he's just an innocent guy who gets shit on the entire movie and then he dies at the end. I'm like, this poor guy. And then you see that not only is he a killer, but he's a sick fuck. I mean, he's one of the most sadistic killers in the series. I mean, he was very suggestive towards Tara. He's like, I always wanted to stick something in you, Tara.
Oh, I think, yeah, this one might be the one that I've watched the least. So
I definitely say he for me, he's the best one out of them. But I like these 3. I'm not as passionate. I mean, I already used my save a friend on Amber, and I'm not taking that back.
I don't think you would.
She's my gal, man. She's my gal. I love her. It's like the body cam videos,
Yeah.
But as you know, I don't think I can change them. I would never dream.
You don't want to, yeah.
No, I would never dream of changing perfection. Yeah. You don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah,
actually, I'm gonna put her here. Right.
Oh shit! Oh my god! In front of Stu.
I love her. I don't know. I don't know. She was just exactly what I needed at the right time, I guess. I'm in love.
See, I think tonight when I go to sleep, I'm gonna be rewatching 5 and 6. It has been a minute for me. But
you should do it. You should do it and try to put it yourself in my perspective.
I'll try.
Just pretend to be me, and you're like, okay, so I'm in love with Amber. Let's watch this.
Yeah. I think that might help. But I don't know. The thing with, okay, so we have the shrine of all the memorabilia that they had of all the Scream, which I thought was, yes, very cool.
Oh,
and each cool mask that got that was left at each crime scene was from a past Scream killer.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really cool. But for me, if someone really took the time to collect all of these things, I just feel like it would take so much longer than, fucking Richie to collect all these things. I'm gonna assume that his family kept or helped him collect things, but it just seems like that is something that someone from, that's why I was thinking Stu, he's been collecting this shit since he survived. And then for me to find out it was fucking Richie's family, I was like, I really, all three of them for me, they're gonna be right there with she's no fucking Sharon Stone.
Hey, I mean,
was
fair enough.
I was not a fan.
So here's the thing. Obviously, so Ethan is gonna go, and my mom and dad are gonna be so mad at me because, of course, per our rules, I put him up here, so he's gonna be middle. And that's fine.
And I have not even used a token.
You have not used a token. So, you know what I'll allow you to do? I'll allow you to do the opposite direction, and I'll allow you to lower somebody to a lower tier, except for Amber, obviously, because you
okay.
I saved her, so you know.
Well,
can't hurt her.
Well, where would you put the other two?
I would have put a mid tier. I for me. So see, for me, I mean, for me, there's no Sharon Stone killer. I feel for me, where as in Scream 5, the plot served the killers. You know, they felt really, the killers felt connected to the movie, whereas in this movie it felt like more like the killers were just kind of an excuse to have a good time. And they kind of, I mean, obviously their reasoning was, you know, to avenge Richie, and you know, as far as like motives go, it's not a bad motive. I mean, Mrs. Loomis was a terrific killer. And,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
revenge motive.
That's why I feel like this movie really does mirror a lot of Scream 2's makeup.
Yeah.
Like with the family and different location. It was just, I don't know, maybe because there was 3 of them, or because I really do like the actor who plays Richie's father. I'll never remember his name,
I like his
but
character.
he's the actors. I do like the actor, but like, I think because, you know, someone who's a little older, like I was hoping for someone, because Kirby came back. I mean, that's fucking awesome. I was hoping someone else from at least the 4th, 3rd, like that, because we didn't get any of our legacy characters in this one. So, you know,
we got Gail.
We did get Gail, but honestly, Gail, she was like a
well, what do you mean? I'm sorry.
yeah,
I don't know what you mean.
God damn you.
Well, she the fuck out of me.
She how dare you? She was just kind of like dust in the wind. Like, she was just kind of there.
No, I
she
kind of
had
disagree.
Her little moment.
She had a lot more to do here than in Scream 5. I mean,
I feel like Kirby did more.
Gail really came through for them.
Dust in the wind. Thank you.
She showed them the hideout. She survived the Ghostface attack. I mean, ultimately she was saved by Samantha coming in, but she fended off Ghostface. I was glad, because Scream 5 did disappoint me a little bit with Gail's representation. She didn't get a lot of screen time until the last act, so it was nice seeing her earlier in the movie and kind of being Gail Weathers, you know, again, being a badass. And I'm like, wow, that's nice. Thank you. I agree. Obviously, she wasn't like the focal point of the movie, but
no, but she didn't have to be.
See her.
I was thinking, like, if they're bringing back Kirby, maybe bring back someone else from Scream 4.
Yeah.
This is just me, just kind of like thinking, like, right now.
Well, who?
Like,
they're all dead.
Well, how do you know? People thought that Kirby was dead.
Okay, you know, you're right. Dickless Trevor. Come in, it's your scene.
Yeah, Dickless Trevor. Yeah, bring him back.
Shut the fuck up, Trevor.
He's the worst. Why is he the worst?
You kind of you messed up on stream when the other day you let me down. you didn't read it, which you usually read my comments, and I love
Mhm.
I love you for that. Thank you. But you have to say the line for me now. I'm gonna set you up.
Okay.
Callie, can I just say one more thing? Clear.
Claire.
Clear. I love the way you do the Emma Roberts.
Yeah.
Claire.
Claire. It's so Valley Girl.
I love your Emma Roberts, Jill Roberts impression in general. That was like some of my favorite bits re-listening to the stream was when we were talking about Scream 4, and you were just, it was like, we were doing the Charlie and Jill, like, it's like, Charlie, you do it. You're so much better, Charlie.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, she's my people's.
Jill's pretty terrific. I mean,
I do
mean, there's
love
a reason she's top tier.
She's top, yeah. And I would say a good amount of people would not agree with this.
Well, I mean, fuck them. I mean, I put Amber in top tier.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't agree with that, including you.
No, I mean,
so,
I don't. So yeah,
fuck off. I don't really
valid.
Care. Hey man, that's why I made the rule. That's why I made the
You need the tokens, the saving throw,
the save token. I mean, I made it specifically for Amber because I had a feeling. I'm like, I love this character, but not everybody might. So I gotta have a loophole, a way out here just for her.
I guess if I like really felt passionate, like my token would be Mickey. But because I love Timothy.
What do you mean your token? You ranked him. I was gonna rank him top tier. You ranked him down here.
Yeah, I'm so back and forth because I love Timothy Oliphant so much.
I guess you're not gonna use it. Do you want to use your save token?
No, he can stay.
No, you have,
I put him
you
there.
You have to use your save token on somebody. So
I put him there.
Right.
I put him there. I will own it. I will own it.
Own it, coward.
Own it, baby.
I love the robot. Own it, coward. Excuse me? What did you just call me? The fucking failings.
But I think his character. Well, we talked about Scream 2 already, but hey
man, I just had some.
When it comes to
drinking some whiskey, so.
Ooh, when it comes to just pure sex, then yeah, Timothy Oliphant would be number one for me. But as a killer,
he fucks, huh?
He fucks. He definitely fucks.
I'm trying to think of like my man crush on this list. I honestly do. I have a bit of a man crush on Jack Quaid.
Yeah. For sure.
Wee Yui, Yui,
Just Timothy Oliphant. I mean, I said it, but if you watch the movie Go, you'll never go back. And with his character in the movie Go, it's so 90s. It's so awesome.
I liked him in Die Hard 4.
I didn't see that's an older Timothy Oliphant. I'm talking about like 90s Timothy Oliphant.
No, I'm just saying
early 2000s.
I'm just saying in general sense.
He's still gorgeous. Well, have you? What's that one movie? Oh man, I got another movie for you to watch if you haven't seen it. Just give me. I'll think of it in like a minute.
But, yeah, no problem.
But let's keep.
Obviously, like I made this grand argument for Amber, and I gave you my reasons, and not all of. I think for the most part they were fairly sound. I mean, obviously it's an opinion, so
right.
This
isn't law.
Strong bias, and I was very passionate. I mean, she just kind of for me was a reason why 6 movies in, I still love the Scream series because there's still things to love about these movies. And for me, Amber just hit that box. She's my type of gal. I love seeing her. I'm just not as passionate about these two. I like this guy as a character. I think Ethan was an interesting. He kind of acts as a red herring.
Yeah,
in a way, while also being the killer.
Yeah,
it's kind of like if the red herring was the killer.
Yeah, well, and also he has kind of like the Richie
Yes.
thing with him, like the nice guy, like maybe a little too nice, but
Hey,
he's
it's his brother, right?
there you go. That's where it all makes sense. God damn, I mean, how lucky you get
Yeah,
two adorable psychopaths as a
yeah,
son.
and I mean, that's the thing too. Like, I feel like he's like the most psychotic of the family. Like
Hmm.
Rich, I feel like he just comes from like more of a place of like he thinks what he's doing is the
Hmm.
purest form of love. He's
Hmm.
not doing this because like he enjoys killing, in my opinion. He's doing this because like he's fucking pissed off and disappointed.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
think Amber is more
Maybe his,
more
Richie was
psychotic.
like his hero.
But I
You
think
look up to your older brother.
I think he does it because I would say he's the most evil of the family. Like,
Hmm.
he does it out of a sense of like he's a sadist, in my opinion. He
Hmm.
enjoys inflicting pain on others.
Yes. Yeah. I would have thought that about the dad, especially because he was in law enforcement.
I think he's like the. I mean, I like him better, I guess, more than Bailey, but
Bailey's just, I think, was kind of just like a follower.
he's yeah. She got taken out pretty easy, but
Hmm.
I feel like he just kind of did it. I mean, his was pretty straightforward. You killed my son, and
Yeah.
it's understandable. She did kill his son in a pretty brutal way. She stabbed him like I forgot how
Stabbed the
many times.
shit out of him.
Stabbed the fuck out of Richie. She murdered his son, and like, it makes perfect sense. We're here to kill you. A little family project, and I will say
Family that kills together stays together.
maybe he has my favorite death in the movie because Sam was fucking brutal on his ass. That
Damn.
was a great kill. So you see, Sam is my favorite Ghostface. I don't know why she's not on the list. No, she's not my favorite, but she is a fantastic. It's great.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna, now that I'm hearing like your perspective, like I think I'll have, because I could have, I could rewatch these movies like again and again, but
it's good to rewatch.
I'm excited to revisit some of these after talking with you, especially the last two.
Yeah, you're just not as from. I mean,
I wouldn't say not as familiar, but like, I mean, I guess yes, less from. I've seen the.
No,
the
I mean just for yourself.
Like
You're less familiar
times.
than obviously the first four because you've
Right.
had a longer time.
Yes, I've been alive much longer than you.
I actually, no, I'm not even saying that. I mean, I'm saying for yourself, you've had a longer time with those first four than you have with a movie that came out in 2022 and 2024.
Yeah,
and I will say, you brought up kind of this point earlier, and I wanted to touch upon it. I didn't really give my opinion, but so now that I remember, but
please.
You said you don't want to change an opinion, and the way I always look at it is when I enter kind of a debate with somebody in a way, as we have kind of tonight, my goal is never to change somebody's mind. You've already made up your mind, and you're going to believe or not believe whatever you choose. I will give my argument, and I will stand by that. And hey, if you kind of maybe second guess, like, maybe I'll give it reevaluation. That's all I could ask for. That I mean, because when you give your opinion, there are some times where I'm going to reevaluate. Not on Amber. I'm not reevaluating shit on that. I mean, I stand by. You stand by your woman, and that's what I'm doing.
But you have to.
you know how it is. That's
I do.
So I mean, you would do the same thing, right? You'd stand by your woman and your man.
I would. I mean, Sam. Like, I would stand by her.
Yeah.
I want her to still be there.
Yeah, no, I agree. Sam's a wonderful character, especially after Scream 6.
Yeah, I mean, did you have you seen Annabelle?
No, I have not.
It's adorable. It's like one of those like Blumhouse like PG-13 horror movies.
Oh joy!
It's really fucking good though.
Oh no,
And
fair enough. I'm just saying
yeah.
PG-13.
Yeah,
Like
Blumhouse, they do like to go with the, hey, introduce your young kids to horror, which I can understand and appreciate. But Annabelle, I would definitely recommend it. It's a lot of fun, and there are a lot of great actors in it too.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
So Melissa Barrera is
Melissa
in that.
Barrera, she's the main. She's she's another Sam. She's another survivor.
Oh, fair enough.
Badass as shit.
No, I would like to see that actress in other stuff because
Yeah.
I do overall I like her, in this, and I just feel like Scream 6 really, she came into her own, and she really got that chance to shine. And I mean, Scream 6 is mostly about her, so
it is. And she did what some actors, when they get super criticized for certain characters, you can either like not take it and just be like, okay, well, I guess I suck, I'm gonna step down, or be like, fuck you, I know what I'm doing, I'm gonna show you that I know this character and I'm more comfortable. Like, she showed the growth and the drive of, because she did get a lot of hate online, and I like that that the movie did kind of mirror that too.
Yeah, I mean, it's fucked up that she would get any hate. I mean, like, I have my opinions. I feel like her performance in Scream 5 could have been better. It could have been what Scream 6 was, but like, I mean, like, I hate her performance. Like, no, it's a slasher movie. I mean, it's a movie. She's an actor. She's just doing her job at the end of the day. That's all she's doing. Exactly. She's doing what she loves, and she's doing her job. Good for her. All I want for her is to have fun and do the best she can, and I'm glad that, I mean, Scream 6 showed that she
definitely she grew, she made that character her own. I hope, honestly, like, do you think that they're gonna just like recast different actors and play the same people?
They're just not they're focusing on Sydney now, from what I've heard. They're just, Sydney's going to be the main character, and she's going to be the focus again, and I mean, hey,
they must have came to a good agreement with pay.
Well, yeah, because I know Neve Campbell, she's like, I'm cool being here. I love being here, but you're gonna pay me for it. Exactly. I deserve it, and I agree.
She does,
like, Neve Campbell, I love all the other actors, but Neve Campbell carried this series on her back.
Yeah, that's her. I mean, fucking. That's her role.
Yeah, this series would be nothing without Neve.
Without her, yeah. She knows her worth, and I appreciate that, and also Courtney Cox's aspect of, like, she loves it so much she'll do it for whatever. Like, I don't.
Sure.
Whatever. Like,
I don't think there's a wrong.
There is no wrong.
No, I just feel like there's. It's kind of like, at that point, it's like, okay, if you want me here, I want to get paid for it. Okay, all right, and eventually, especially when you have the feeling like maybe you're undervalued.
Yeah.
And fair enough,
for sure.
So, and I'm like, especially it's Sydney, it's Sydney fucking Prescott.
And they lost 2 of their newest, like, protagonists. So
their main protagonists, yeah.
Yeah. So if
Sam and Tara.
Yeah, Sam and Tara.
Amazing in this movie.
Amazing. They're great. Loved the sister. Vibe.
Let me share the tab for the movie. I put it in top tier. I'm curious where you would put it.
I would put it with Scream 3.
Okay, well, good thing I've got the save a movie here, so we're just gonna keep that comfortably. And
why can't it just squeeze in the middle?
Well, because I hadn't used my save token yet. I mean, just because you held on to them doesn't.
I haven't used a token.
Yeah, so you can do the opposite, like I said, but you can't use it on the movie or person I saved.
True,
So go ahead if you want to. You want
No.
to move Scream 2 down here, that's
Well,
fine.
no.
Or you want to say
No.
fuck you and move Scream 1 down here. I
Well,
mean,
let's just take Scream 1 just off the board completely. Might as well.
I'll do you one better.
No. Leave her alone. Leave her in the mailbox.
Yeah,
You
there
really
you
put
go,
a liver
guys.
in the mailbox?
There you go, guys.
This
This
is
is
all-
all because of Cali. Just
All
remember
Callie's
that.
fault.
Send your hate mail to Cali.
Yes, please.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. Even
I
as a
love-
joke, I feel sick with myself.
Right. But yes, personally, I would put Scream 6 under Scream 3, just with the
Wow. Under Scream 3?
under Scream 3. I like Scream
Wow.
3 better.
Oh wow, okay. I mean,
Personally.
you're wrong, but
I'm just I'm a horrible person.
I mean, I wouldn't say that. I just think you're a horrible fan. You're the kind of fan that likes the later stab movies that Richie.
I'm one of the toxic fans.
You're one of the toxic fans that Richie would complain about.
He would totally hate me, and he would totally
that's why you don't
down
like
and
Scream
kill
5
me.
because you feel the shade from Scream 5. You're like, oh, I don't like that.
Yeah. But I feel like I've been fairly nice with Scream 5 and 6. I mean, thinking right off the bat, like I would have put them both under Scream 3, but when I think about it as its own thing and not just as like a reboot of Scream, I really did enjoy what they did with it. Is it my favorite? No, but I think it story-wise, characters, it was better than Scream 3. Scream 3 was just messy.
Yeah.
I understand that there were so many crazy things going on script-wise with the leaks and the people coming and going, and Scream 3 was just a series of unfortunate events.
Oh, I love those books.
Yes.
Violet Baudelaire, one of my childhood crushes.
No idea who that is.
Series of unfortunate. Okay. Well, Callie. Nope. All right. Well, this was fun, guys. No, fair enough. It's kind of funny too because, like I said earlier, Scream 6, it's kind of a foil to Scream 3 in a way. It's the third movie. 6, 3 plus 3, of course, equals fish. But Scream 6, for me, like I said earlier, it has the fun aspect of Scream 3 for me, while still being a much more competent movie that executes its concept a lot better. Yeah. And the characters are a lot more fleshed out as well. So I like that.
Less camp.
Yeah. I mean, but you still get some fun.
For sure.
You do get that fun element. I mean, again, like one of my favorite lines, Gail just being like, "Can you hold for a moment?" Can I hold?
Hold?
She puts him on hold. I mean, come on. How many people put Ghostface on hold? I mean,
that's never happened.
I mean, it's pretty great. It was my girl Gail Weathers. So
yeah.
So, fair enough. I mean, I guess you've seen Scream 3 more times, so I definitely I can see why. I mean, it's like I've said, Scream 3 is like my least favorite of the Scream movies, but I love it dearly. It's it's just such a fun movie, but I just
it is. It's like with a lot of threequels, they usually aren't the best, but there's some fun to it. You get to see your favorite characters again. But
Oh no, you're right, because it's funny enough. My least favorite Friday the 13th is part 3.
part 3.
Still part 3. After I've watched 9 of them so far, it's still part 3 is still bottoming my list. And that's one of the ones like I saw as a kid, and I just never really cared for it. And watching it again as an adult, I'm like, yeah, I still really don't care for this one. But I like Scream 3 a lot better than Friday the 13th part 3.
Yeah, there's, I think because at this point, I guess like it's the nostalgia of the time too, and the fact that it already was kind of like parodying, can't say that right, itself in a way, with like the actors and the talking. How come my character, like Jenny McCarthy's character, like, oh my god, hi, this is Candy. Like, why would my character say that? Or whatever she was complaining about.
Which is pretty great, because
it's funny.
It's also funny because the actress was actually giving a pretty solid performance.
Well, Jenny McCarthy, she's amazing. Like, she played, the dumb blonde thing. Living Single was her first kind of gig that I remember. It was like this dating show on MTV like years ago, and that was like her thing, was kind of like to play the dumb blonde. So seeing her, as it was pretty much like Jenny McCarthy playing herself, playing a character in a movie. Like, oh god, this girl is so dumb. Because she's like really intelligent, she's really fucking funny. So that was a great role for her.
And then she got killed by because she like decided to hide in the within the costumes.
Though that was cool. I did like that.
Yeah.
Seeing all those ghost faces just hanging, and
it's kind of making me want to watch Scream 3 again.
Right? Oh my god, screw 5 and 6. I'm falling asleep to 3.
Let's go have a watch along with Scream 3. Let's go until one of our channels just take it down. Watch it.
Oh, that'd be funny. That'd be hilarious.
I'll do that sometime. I'll make like a throwaway channel, and we'll just throw Scream 3 on. We'll watch it.
Yeah. No one will know.
No one will ever find out. I mean, Scream 3. Who would risk their channel for Scream 3?
I mean, us, obviously.
Yeah. Wow. No, I love it. The last stream, it's Showgirls tier. Now you're just like, oh, Scream 3 did nothing wrong. It's such a beautiful, perfect movie. Well, Cali, I wouldn't go that far. I love it too, but
just completely, just like, I'm gonna throw myself on
yourself.
Yeah, the middle of the train tracks here and just die for Scream 3.
God. So here, we're reviewing this tab. I use my save token on Scream 6. I have I just have a blast with this. I mean, maybe I'll watch it next time and be like, but I don't know. As it stands currently, this was some of the most fun I've had with the series. It's like I said, it's my third place right now. I just Scream 1 and Scream 4 are just so good, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then the others are just like really fun. Scream 2, again, it's just a really solid film. I just don't find it as entertaining as the others. So, but as a movie, it's better than Scream 3. So that's why I rank it.
It's a good, solid sequel for me.
Yeah.
I wasn't a huge fan. I mean, the cold opening was okay.
Oh, and Scream 2.
Scream 2.
Yeah, no, that one's fine.
It's okay.
It's not the worst.
It's not the worst.
We know the worst. Scream 4.
I mean, my God. But I just think I think a Scary Movie just made a lot of these Scream movies more entertaining.
I don't know. I haven't seen any of these except for the first, and that was years ago. So,
wait, say that again.
I haven't seen any of the scary movies except for the first.
The first one.
That
Okay.
was years ago. I mean, that was when I was a kid. So
Yeah, you need to rewatch those. They're honestly at least the first two are brilliant. The third one is okay, and then they really go off the rails. But hi, John Ryan. Second, yeah, like you have to at least watch the first
oh,
two
howdy, John
for
Ryan.
sure.
Yeah, I'll try to check it out. I don't have an
There's-
official list of movies to check out. I just watch whatever I kind of grow or comes into my orb here or whatever the phrase is.
Take my strong hand. Oh no. My germs.
Oh God! Oh, look at you having a joke with your boyfriend.
Everyone's my boyfriend.
Leaving me out. Leaving me out, thanks.
God, you're lucky Clay's not here. People would start a riot.
Jesus fucking Christ. That said, I got our wheel here.
Yes.
We like to. So why don't we? Who do we want to do first? How about we do 3 more instead of the 2?
Yes.
Let's find another role. I'm trying to think. How about
the main the main killer, main survivor? Maybe the person who would play like the main investigator.
Ooh, yeah, let's do that. The main investigator, and let's do like the sweet girl. Like the sweet nerdy girl.
Yeah.
That's always so like, sweet. And then they get murdered.
Yeah, and she's always wearing glasses and paint on her fucking overalls and wears a horrible ponytail. Blech.
Oh, wow, okay.
Okay.
Anything you want to get off your chest, guy?
You obviously have not seen Not Another Teen Movie, so.
No, I have not. But I did see watching some of the Friday the 13th movies. I'm like, oh man, I've learned 2 things. Number one, they used any excuse to get these women out of their clothes, and number 2, oh dude, Friday the 13th. It's just like it's so sleazy. There's so much tits and ass.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Not Janie Briggs. Yeah, Not Another Teen Movie is like the scary movie of all of the teen movies of like the 90s and early 2000s. Yes, there are a lot of things that are very dated, but I think it is a comedic masterpiece. Our own Captain America is the lead. One of the Chris's. I can't remember his last name right now.
Chris Evans?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's so good.
I know his name. I have a man crush on him. So,
well, you need to see him as the popular jock who tries to redeem himself. And
is that his character's name? The popular jock?
Yeah. He's the big man on campus.
I loved him in Snowpiercer.
I love Snowpiercer.
Ah, such a great movie. Tell us something.
The TV show is amazing too.
I haven't seen it. No, I do want to check it out though eventually.
It's been bounced around a lot with like networks.
Mm-hmm.
I have like the first season on DVD, and you can get the Sean Bean is in it. I mean, fucking A. But the 3rd season's being bounced around, and the 3rd or 4th season. I don't know. They're trying to still get it picked up, but great show.
Gotcha.
Okay, so we've got the main survivor. We've got the main killer.
So we got and let's do the investigator. The
investigator. Okay.
The investigator. And he's who's also doubles as the cop. He's always at odds with the main character. The main character's like, Jason Lives. Jason Lives. One of my favorite Friday the 13th movies. It's like Tommy Jarvis. Jason Voorhees came back to life. Hey.
Yeah. The commissioner's on my ass about this.
Yeah. We've got to have
You're
the cop.
On thin ice.
He comes from like a good place, the cop, but like he's
been around for so long.
He's at odds with the main character for some reason.
Yeah.
So let's have the investigator. Let's spin the wheel here.
Clay.
It is Clay.
I can see that.
Congratulations, Clay.
You are the disgruntled old investigator who has seen it all, but doesn't deliver when it comes to finding the.
Yeah, usually ends up dead.
Yeah, he ends up dead. Yeah, in his own office.
Yeah, no joke, John Ryan. It's my number 2. Friday the 13th Part 1, Jason Lives, and Part 5, New Beginning are my top 3. Because I love Part 5. I don't care. I'll die on that hill. Part 5 is a beautiful film. So we got Clay as the investigator. So we gotta get the nerd, like the really sweet nerd.
The sweet nerd, yeah.
Because that's not Randy. Randy's not the nerd. He's just the movie buff. So
yeah, that's a different category that I proudly will defend till the end, is the movie buff.
Yeah. Hey man, I love the movie buffs in the Scream films.
Randy
and Mindy are wonderful.
I mean, shit, yeah.
So all right, so we got the nerd. Let's see here. This will be fun. Asbury Brad. Congratulations, you're the sweet nerd, and you're probably gonna end up dead. Sorry, I don't know if you're in the chat, Asbury Brad, but congratulations, you get a role in the movie.
You're cast.
You're cast. All right. So now we've got 2 more. We've got the Survivor, and we've got our Sidney Prescott, and we got our final Ghostface. So you want to do our Ghostface first, or do you want to do Sidney first?
Let's do Ghostface.
All right, Ghostface.
Ghostface.
And this is our Billy Loomis, our manipulator.
Yes.
Our leading Ghostface. He's driving the train here on. So let's see here. And oh my God, it is Wes Most. He is the killer. He is
Wes Most, the most of the worst.
Wow, all those times with Queen of Spades and all those other women who were saying he was a bad guy, and it was true.
The whole time.
He was
the whole time. He's a con man. He's a fraud.
Congratulations. Yeah, Jesse was right. Oh, congratulations.
Woo! All right, who's going to be the survivor?
Who's going to be the Sidney Prescott? Oh, we got
These
some good names
great
here.
picks, by the way. I would happily cast any of them.
Yeah, I've got a
Reborn, Squeaks, and Guru.
Reborn is one of my best friends. So Cyber Squeak. All right. Wow. Okay, great. I'll take it.
They are our Sidney.
Congratulations, Cyber Squeak. You are the Sidney Prescott. You're not around to accept this prestigious role, but here it is. You're our Sidney Prescott. You're a survivor, and
I love it.
Lucky to have you here. So
yes,
and Cyber Squeak is great. I love them. You got I always post the Metal Gear gifts for them.
You can't. You have to. It's adorable.
No, I do. I love that series. I'm still waiting for the the collection, the second half of the collection. So
yeah, I consider Squeaks like one of my closest friends in this community for sure.
Yeah, no, Squeak is wonderful. I love interacting with them. So glad to have them in the movie. And
absolutely.
Yeah. We'll save these 2 for the sequel, I guess.
Yes, they'll be alive for the sequel.
Face it, baby. These days, you gotta have a sequel, baby. Oh man, Godfrey. So that's our movie, and that's our tier list.
Yeah.
If there's anything else you wanted to say, I'm perfectly fine having a chat. If there's anything you want to touch upon that we didn't go over,
I wouldn't say right now. I am interested revisiting 5 and 6. John Ryan, we'll see.
Gotta do the laugh. You gotta do the laugh with that quote. People forget
that laugh is it's so hard to do. It's so like demonic. Like I can't do
we'll
it.
see.
It's deep. I think it's deeper than that though. It's like I don't know. I haven't watched.
Cali.
I haven't watched that.
Cali, I'm the expert. Okay.
Oh, call it.
Uh-huh. No, no, I agree. We could do. I mean, similar to in Scream fashion, you have to have a third one. So we can definitely do a kind of like a redux where we can just kind of. I think.
Ooh, yeah.
We could just kind of talk. Although we were a lot more chaotic, I think this time around than our first stream, where we were like, so we could just do that again with what we just did here. Just obviously, we won't have the tier list.
Yeah,
to kind of distract us, we can just go.
Each revisit the movies with each other's opinions and hot takes in mind, and see if anything shifts.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that, and we can also, I could probably find a tier list of the characters in general, not just the killers, but just the characters.
Yeah,
we can always do that as well. But I mean, I'm always down for a chat, so we can definitely do it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I'm always down to talk horror movies because that's my bread and wine.
Yeah, Scorpion's Blade. Asked if we'd be doing the Saw series. I've only seen the first film, and I mean, spoiler, it's top tier for me. That first Saw movie, but I would be interested in seeing the others.
I don't remember how many I saw personally. I know that what would be really fun though. There's a reality show. It was called Scream Queens. It's on Tubi. It was this really chaotic early 2000s reality game show of putting these poor actresses through these horrible tasks in order to be cast in a Saw film.
Oh.
And the actress who won, she did make it onto I think 2 of them. They were small roles, but she was in it. It's so chaotic, and I am obsessed with early 2000s reality shows. So that's, I don't know. I just find that the most interesting because I know that the Saw franchises get.
So you're saying I should watch the series and then we can tier that?
I mean, hint maybe. I don't know.
Hint.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe someday I'll dive into that stuff, but maybe on another channel or something.
Oh yeah, no, I mean I'm down. I'm definitely down to do more. I love having
anything horror. I think would be really fun to do with you.
Yeah, no, I mean I'd love that. As you know, I'm going through the Friday the 13th right now. I've got Jason X. I've got Freddy versus Jason, and then I have the remake.
The remake. So, I'm so excited to hear.
Yeah.
What you have to.
I'm excited to see the remake because I know we're looking forward to that. And then I remember what we discussed. Maybe if you're interested, we could do something similar to this with the Friday the 13th series.
I would be down for that because that would be a lot of fun. There's a lot. There are a few that I actually don't think I've seen all the way through, but I've watched.
Because you're a quitter.
Well, no. I love watching things in more of a documentary form, where I can get all the information in one. So I definitely have watched a lot of horror documentaries that I can. But I would. Fuck you. I would like to watch all of them because I haven't, and I remember it was years ago when that video game was out. Oh my god. Watching my friends and Jirok play that Friday the 13th video game was like the funnest thing I have ever watched.
Yeah. Yeah, I never played that, but I saw some videos of it.
Yeah, something about one of our friends when he would play. He was assigned as Jason. He would talk as Gilbert Gottfried. It just made me laugh. But c'est la vie. The game is gone.
I forget. Were you able to? Did they let you play as Mrs. Voorhees?
I don't remember ever seeing Mrs. Voorhees as an option. They were just different versions of Jason.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, 'cause I like Mrs. Voorhees. She's one of my favorite slasher killers.
Yeah, she's the original boy mom.
She's just God. I love like even as a kid, but like as an adult revisiting it, I love and it's the first one is my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I love the voyeuristic feel to it. How she's like watching these people. It's just there's something like so strangely comforting about that movie. It's such a dreamy movie, and
it's very dreamlike. Yeah, I definitely can see that, and I'm interested to see what you would think of the remake as well, because they do kind of bring in Mrs. Voorhees in for like a little bit.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I saw the beginning.
Remember what fear tastes like. Wait, or was that Freddy versus Jason? I don't remember.
I don't know. I mean, I saw bits and pieces of the remake many years ago.
Yeah.
But you know, I've never like watched it all the way through.
I love it. People kind of give it, slack because it's not like, oh, it's not really Jason. Jason's like it's a different type. He's more of like a hunter survivor type, and I'm just like, I think that's personally cool in my opinion, because like if you're living in those types of like environments, like how could you not be like a type of hunter, or like you would have to be that type.
No,
I don't know. That's all I don't want to say, but like
I don't know. Jason for me is just I get why people like him. I get the appeal. He just doesn't really. He's not like my guy where I'm like every movie. I have to say, actually, for the most part, I'm kind of like I feel bad for the victims when they die. I'm like,
oh yeah,
I kind of like these characters for the most part.
Kind of, yeah. There are some. That's
good with the movie.
There are some fucking pieces of shits.
I mean, poor Crispin Glover.
I mean, and once we get to the Coreys, like shit.
I don't know. I like I'll say Jason is the biggest like cock blocker.
He is
in the state of New Jersey, man.
He really was
dirty on his watch.
That was like part of the whole essence of Jason was, hey, if you have sex before marriage or whatever, like you're gonna get gutted.
Yeah, man. He smells your fuck stank, man.
Your pheromones. Yep.
He's like, oh no, those two are over there. He could be like about to kill somebody else. He smells two people fucking over there. Yeah. He's like, I'm going over there.
That's it. Like you're done. John Ryan, I do like the Halloween franchise a little like more than the Friday the 13th in for my opinion, because the Halloween movies did scare me more as a child than Friday the 13th.
My best friend did show me some of them because like I'd seen the first two, the first two Halloweens. My few years back though, I was over at my friend's and we watched we watched 4, 5, and 6 together. That was pretty fun.
The Season of the Witch has really made
I didn't watch 3.
It was like deemed as like the worst, but it has now become like one of like the favorites. The Season of the Witch.
I mean, that's the
beauty. Which is interesting.
When people like look back on.
Yeah, when things have like longevity and other generations watch it. And yes, he's like Jason is like the It Follows monster. Absolutely.
I mean, it's not slasher, but
No.
no, I'm saying it's not slasher, but my favorite James Bond movie, On Her Majesty's Secret Service, when that came out, people didn't like it because it was different actor, and now it's one of the most loved, celebrated movies in the franchise for good reason. So so sometimes it's great when you get contemporary reviews that they're like, oh, hold on a minute, this movie's actually pretty solid.
It's funny to and that's why I don't know, something about horror movies. I love hearing other people's perspectives when they watch something that's old and it's new for them. It's anything about, I don't know. I can't.
Oh, thanks, Fire Effects.
Zacky has good taste in Bond movies. Respect.
Yeah. Well, wait until you see some of my top 10.
Yeah. Oh no. Ew, John Ryan. I hope he got killed. His character, not him,
No, she didn't mean his character.
Nope.
Don't lie to the man.
Oh, shut up. I grew up with a lot of kid actors, and they are very fucked up, but they're amazing people.
I heard I heard Corey Feldman was really difficult to work with on Friday the 13th Part 4.
Oh yeah. I heard that. Well, he's just difficult. Period.
Hang on, I took my headphones out accidentally.
No worries.
Kicked them out. So
you're just tired of hearing me talk. I get it.
No. So I heard he was really difficult to work with. So like the actors would like fuck with him, trying to scare him on set. Like,
oh shit. That's what happens. He's like, don't be a
dick. Which is funny. I mean, I'll say Tommy Jarvis is one of my favorite characters in the Friday the 13th universe. Corey Feldman was pretty great, and I think it's one of those things like
he was good when he was good.
Child actors in the 80s, man, they had some solid ones, some solid actors.
They were great, but man, they were not treated well.
No,
even by their own fucking parents, which is terrible.
Yeah, no, of course.
Yeah, I grew up with Brad Pierce. He was the voice actor of Chip in Beauty and the Beast, and he was the younger brother in the original Jumanji.
Oh my god, the 1995.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
His mom, like, he lived in the neighborhood, same neighborhood that I grew up in, and we would, all hang out like all the time. And his mom was like his manager, and she like really like fucked him over.
No, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I mean he's great now. He's totally riding on the nostalgia train, which I think is like really good for him. Going to like expos and saying, "Hey, I'm Chip. I'm this kind of thing," with that a lot of actors are kind of have been doing for the last like couple of years. So he's doing great. But it's just sad like how momagers were with, and probably still are with child actors.
It is nice
sad
when some of them though are able to rise past that and not let it affect them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, you're gonna hate me for FX. Die Another Day is my least favorite Bond movie.
Oops.
I don't like that one. I mean, like, I love all of them, even like the ones that are not as good. But like, Die Another Day is just. It has a good opening. I like the opening. It's really solid.
I like the garbage song. The World Is Not Enough.
Well, that's World Is Not Enough. That's like my number 5. That's one of my favorite Bond movies. That movie was. It had.
I love the song.
It was very formative. Yeah, well, Garbage is terrific. I love their. I love their debut album.
Dr. Loomis was a Bond villain. You are right, Johnny Utah. Absolutely.
You Only Live Twice, which is it's a very fun movie. I love You Only Live Twice. It's one of my favorites. It's not like a terrific film, but
Donald Pleasance.
it's
That's
a
his
lot of
name.
fun. It's a lot of fun. And Donald Pleasance.
Donald Pleasance. Yeah.
Yep.
Puma Man.
Who was great. Because he was great in part 6. Thankfully, my friend, he showed me the I think it was the producer's cut. It was the cut of the movie that actually had like Donald Pleasance on it, because the theatrical cut, they took him out because test audiences said he was, boring.
What?
Yeah. Now,
The nerve.
I'm getting this knowledge from like Cinema Snob episodes. So, but like, I remember watching the Cinema Snob episode on that, and it's like, yeah, the audience was saying like Donald Pleasance, Dr. Loomis was a boring character, and I'm like, well, that's just horseshit. I'm like, so
that is horseshit.
They removed a lot of his scenes, and they made Tommy the main character. As opposed to the producer's cut of the movie, where it's a lot more of an ensemble, and Dr. Loomis is in a lot more of the movie. So I never saw the theatrical, but I saw that cut with Donald Pleasance a lot of him. And
yeah,
it was a pretty good movie. I liked that.
I love that he shows up in at least 2 episodes of Mystery Science 3000. He is the antagonist in Puma Man and something. It's exactly what you think it is. Puma Man who is part Puma and is a superhero. Puma Man, he flies like an idiot. I can't remember the other one.
I only get hard for Batman.
Well, get into it. I can't think of the other one. Warrior of the Lost World. No one gives a shit, but I just
I just don't know it.
No, I don't expect anyone to really know it. But if you like Donald Pleasance and you want to see him in other like kind of like B tiered,
okay,
and MST3K, like yeah,
Puma
Man.
What year did this come out?
You fucking know.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Cali. I thought you were an encyclopedia on this. I mean,
I'm a half-ass encyclopedia.
You're like you want to be a Kennedy, but you're more like a Jordan.
Yes.
Yeah. Kennedy would know. Kennedy knows everything.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. Just look up MST3K, Puma Man, and Warrior of the Lost World.
I'm gonna ask.
Chitty, kill.
I'm gonna ask Kennedy. She would know.
Ask Kennedy.
Well, let me tell you, honey.
In
the South, these movies came out.
Yeah, you don't say Puma Man, you say Puma Man. Which is exactly how Donald Pleasance says Puma Man. He says Puma Man. But that's just a recommendation of my bullshit.
I'm laughing here. Man, no. It's 12 o'clock here, and I've had some whiskey, so
I just finished Guinness.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. So I hate to cut this off, but I think
so too. Yeah, I think
this is a good cutoff. But
yeah, definitely.
We could definitely do.
Let's do more.
We could obviously do more, but we could even just to have you on and just kind of talk bullshit like we've been doing.
For sure.
Like this is still fun, and we could just chat about movies and stuff.
It is fun. It's really refreshing. I love that you are open to, watching new things. Well, new for you.
Sure.
I think that honestly, the generation gap is a fun thing as well, because we get to talk about things, and you are very open to watching.
No, I mean, our age gap isn't bad.
It's not that bad. It's not. It's not.
No,
it's not. But I think it's a good gap.
Yeah, no, I mean, I love chatting with you. Like I
Yeah.
said, you're one of my favorite people in this community. So, I'm always down for a chat like this. And even better yet, what I'll do is I'll title it as a Lorne stream, and then we're not going to talk about Lorne at all. But every once in a while, I'll be like, this is supposed to be a Lorne stream.
I know, just to fuck with people, be like, yeah, hey, Lorne, it's Lorne Miss. Oh wait, sorry, we're talking.
It's a Winnie call.
It's everyone's favorite.
Yeah, well, because anybody who knows me, Winnie's my least favorite. So anybody who knows me, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, no, Zach's fucking on this."
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I didn't know that Winnie was
yeah,
your least favorite.
I appreciate Winnie. She's just
She has her moments.
I like I like Ember as a performer a lot. I think she's a brilliant performer. And I like when she breaks character though, and like as Winnie, and she's like Winnie becomes like a lot smarter in the matter of like 5 seconds. Winnie's suddenly like a much smarter, and she's like giving Lorne the business.
It's another reason I really love the Lorne is still insecure about Dan, because Amber and Dan, like, they both kind of break character. And it's just like, he's fucking like, he's fucking done. He's a fucking piece of shit. He won't say anything. What? Don't you ever?
Don't you? No, I love the one where Winnie breaks up with Lorne.
Yeah.
And then she's suddenly doing so much better after the breakup. Yes. She's like, she's off of drugs. She's going to school.
She's in a program, and Lorne's
just like, oh, she's fucked up.
No, she's fucked up. Like, yeah.
No, Lorne, she sounds really good.
Like, no, she sounds like the best she has ever sounded in her life. Like, oh no, she's still
you kind of sound more messed up than she is right now, Lorne. Oh no,
oh, yeah, man, I don't have to find that call. That's a good one. I haven't heard that in a good while.
It's like slurred drunk too.
Yeah.
Which is great. And then Winnie calls. She's like all happy.
Hey, baby.
She's being completely like reasonable and kind to him, right? Mm-hmm. They're not together, but she's being like totally polite. She's just trying to have a good conversation, and he's totally starts like verbally abusing her, and she just starts crying. She's like, "Why are you yelling at me?" It's like, oh my god! It's like he's such a piece of shit.
I love it.
But we could do a Lorne stream as well. We can always do
that. Why not? Hey,
we'd always like mix it out. We could always just we can do whatever the fuck we want, really. But that's the beauty. But if you morons are happy to be here and listen to this bullshit, then hey, great. But no, seriously though, thank you for giving us your time, and Cali, thank you for giving me your time. It's very nice to be here with all of you. I love you guys.
Oh, thank you. I love this.
Yeah. So, Cali, if there's anything you'd like to say to everybody, anything you want to talk about, any future plans or anything?
I believe I'm going to continue the Robot Saga Saturday evening.
Yes.
This Saturday, and check out my new song. If you guys, I think that might be like one of the favorites I have done, just because it is such a good song, and it's so like, I don't know, like just the original song in general makes me want to like celebrate and dance. So, and I think I kind of nailed Winnie's verse.
Yeah. It's like I said to you, I was like, I'm like, this could play during like a Scooby-Doo chase sequence.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely.
All right, so I mean, it's solid. You're talented, and I love that you're going through the Robot Saga, because that's my favorite.
I love it.
It's my favorite Lornography of all time, and it's some of my favorite entertainment of all time. I love the Robot Saga. So
yeah, I'm really having a good time.
It's fun. It's like, you watching these movies and like me watching them for the first time. You've seen them that's what the robot. It's like you're going through this for the first time, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Yes, my sweet summer child.
Yes. I get to be the sweet summer child in this scenario.
No, exactly. You are.
Mhm.
So yeah, guys. Much love. Thank you for coming. And paper thin walls. Goodbye.
Bye.